I apologize for my co-hosts. They don't know anything about Canada but poutine and bare naked ladies and maple syrup.
That's about all it is.
That's not true. I also know Nirvana, the band, the show, and I know Avenue Q. And
Avenue Q is Canadian?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Fun.
We also have really good industrial music.
William Shatner's a native.
I think you
Justin
got,
Bieber.
Canucks are pretty. You know, I don't think I'm going to be too alarmist here in saying this. I think Canucks are pretty cool.
You can get a milk in a bag.
That's
yeah,
cool.
milk in a bag. Love milk in a
We
bag.
do not get milk in bags.
Wait, what?
I have never seen milk in a bag.
Whoa.
Ever. In
You're
your
blowing
entire
this
life
fucking
as a
operation wide
Canadian.
open. What
They
the hell?
lied to me. They lied.
In the first aeon, I was the Great Spirit. In the second aeon, men knew me as the Horned God, Pangenitor, Panphage. In the third aeon, I was the Dark One, the Devil. In the fourth aeon, men knew me not, for I am the Hidden One. In the fifth aeon, I appeared before you as Baphomet, the god before all gods who shall endure to the end of the earth. In this new aeon, I appear to you as C-M-N.
Imagine that there is a brilliant white light just above.
Is commentary on the magic art.
In the years of the primal force and the dawn of terrestrial birth.
Oh, that was very educational.
Now magic will take place. Don't be fooled by what I just said.
Welcome, everyone. I am Soul Mission Kennedy, and this is Chaos Magic News, the only podcast that doesn't just exist in multiple dimensions, but also in your girls' mentions. Joining me, as always, is the most problematic co-host in the occult today, Starseed. How are you doing, Keemstar? Air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn. This is a cold drama alert. Let's see, what do we got? Dot Darling, still a white supremacist. Jason Louv, still divorced. Somebody give me another one. Marco Visconti, who cares? Oh my God. I'm doing pretty great. You know, happy to be doing another rip-roaring episode for you kiddies. Also joining us, as is customary, we have former executive producer Gary Creates. Gary, how are you doing, bud?
Doing all right. I like the story we're weaving that
You lost your job as you lost your job to Doug Burningman.
I like that it starts with it almost sounded like, well, contractually obligated, he's here.
He's still here because he's got a fucking contract to hell, man. Yeah, we made him step down, but he's still legally allowed to be on whatever episode he wants and on my couch.
Oh, hey, you know what I say to you lovely folks out there? Make sure to subscribe to the Patreon and have a great day. And we're going to have a great episode. Nailed it.
Yeah, and we are going to have a great episode because we have an amazing guest with us today.
Yes.
Can't believe we got him. We're moving up in the world.
This took our budget crazy, by the way. So you guys are welcome.
Yeah,
like, truly.
Your Patreon bucks. We have the totally actually real Flint Dibble. Flint, how are you today?
I am amazing. I skipped the archaeology shit and went to Starseed shit because I made really good friends with Graham Hancock. And now I feel like I belong in the cult community because of the Starseed stuff.
Wow.
We're just so happy that you've turned away from the cold eye of science and finally are finding your place in the universe.
Starseed, more like Starstruck, am I right? I mean, my
Kennedy,
gosh.
can I take you aside for a second? Hang on, people. What's up? What's up, co-host? I think that's actually Flint Dibble. Yeah, I know. I can't believe we got Flint Dibble. It's amazing. That's wild.
Hey, Flint, they don't usually do this. I'm sorry. I just hope you're having a good day.
I told you we're gonna get that Joe Rogan money next. Joe Rogan money.
You listen to any,
yeah. Dap me up.
You listen to
Dap
any,
me up, Rogan.
You listen to any Pavement?
Sorry, what?
Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're back. No, it's fine. So opening discussion this week, we were going to talk about a little bit about the intersection of the occult and comedy that we like to call the meme.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Flint Dibble in their recent venture away from archaeology has started running an occult meme page, right?
Yeah, my cult shit posting count. Just lots of screenshots of other people's stuff. I make my own stuff sometimes too. It got like a lot of traction last year, like just really suddenly. It was kind of freaky, to be honest. I was getting like a couple hundred followers a day for a little bit.
Hey, well, you know what they say when I pay Russian bots.
Before you joined the Discord, I had seen your stuff.
Really?
Yeah, you were just on the feed, so like you were getting some pull for a minute.
Yeah, that's how I found out about the podcast, through the meme page.
Ah, see, the honey trap works, co-host. Yeah, and as anybody who follows us on socials knows, I do run the socials kind of like a meme page for the express purpose of, if I keep things in the algorithm, if I keep things showing up in your feed, that increases the chance that you're going to see it the next time I do something where it's like, hey, a new episode is up. Hey, a Patreon bonus is up. Hey, an interview is up. Hey,
the real
we're doing
Flint
this.
Dibble, please stand up. They're right here.
Real Flint Dibble gonna be right here, right now on this episode. Like, I do that for that purpose. And it really is, to me, a very funny experience because, one, I do have a dumb rule where I only post something that I've made. And it's not always like a super transformative thing. Sometimes it's just finding an image that I can put a little quirky caption on or something like that. But sometimes that's my it's rule.
taking
Just like a normal meme and then being like, put a wizard hat on it. Now it's an occult
Yeah, literally.
meme.
I used to do that too when my meme page was not a cult themed one. It was a different theme. Trying to keep my aminosity.
What was the theme, if you don't mind me? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Never mind.
Back when it was
I used
archaeology
to post SCP
memes.
memes. Oh yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
archaeology. It was SCP and archaeology.
The two big
They
ones.
go hand in hand, really.
That's two sides of the same coin, and the coin's one-sided. Yeah, I get you.
Now, I want to bring up that one of the unique things, well, at least I believe a unique quality of magic, esoteric, occult shitposting, essentially. You do attract a certain level of absolute bonkers crazy people who will willfully misinterpret or see a dumb joke as their excuse to stand up on their soapbox and type these massive paragraphs with their stunted Eldritchian Innsmouth flipper hands about how they know all of the secrets of the occult and how they know that your logo has a black box at the bottom because you're actually a Saturnian demon worshiper. I know that isn't an exclusive thing. There will always be nutter butters showing up in a comment section to talk about things that have nothing to do with what's being said.
And I kind of love them for it.
I do too. As much as I have at times really gotten into it with someone where you realize that you have attempted to have a battle of wits and your enemy is woefully unarmed. Or perhaps you thought that this was fencing and they are lobbing coconuts at you.
I don't understand the necessity of like people arguing or like giving any kind of comment chain on anything. Feels like the most counterproductive. Like who's it for, other than the entertainment that we get from it? You know what I mean?
Well, there is that there's definitely that aspect of don't argue online. It's very stupid. You're going to.
It's just like
you
it doesn't
never
do anything
win.
for anybody involved.
I find a lot of the people in my comment section think they're saving other people. Like, I don't, they're leaving a seed of knowledge that is going to save someone.
Like a weird narcissistic almost. Don't worry, Padawan. I'll teach you
I'm going to set
your errors.
everybody
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
Look, if one person sees my comment and understands that person who's posting the meme with the Leonardo DiCaprio from Django face, I know that person is the devil, and if I could save one person. That's another one that I believe is a semi-unique facet of occult shit posting too, is you will attract the devoutly religious who think that they are saving your soul.
Oh, true.
Oh my God.
Very true.
As opposed to the deep esotericist who is saving you from making the same mistakes that killed their master or whatever.
Made their chi ball explode unintentionally.
Yeah, my chi ball exploded because I didn't use the proper intent or whatever the fuck. In general, what I think it is that, 90% of the occult, well, I don't know, 85% of the occult is people that take themselves incredibly seriously. They say that 90% of those percentages that people use are made up on the spot, so you're doing fine. Yeah, no, but like it just 85 to like 90% of these people kind of take themselves a little too seriously in this side of things. You know, we've been over that sort of thing before.
Right.
That's not new. So a lot of people, like, I think, kind of react badly to the comedy yuck fun time occultism to begin with. These are the same sort of people that see like doing pop magic and are like, that's the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my life, right? I can imagine that if you're making a meme about any occult topic, there's at least one person that has the you can't joke about that, this is super duper serious kind of reaction.
And to those people, I say, na boo-boo, stick your head in doo-doo.
I also get like a lot of anti-Semitism like comments. Like
yeah.
sometimes
That is
I have
fairly
a
rampant.
meme and I know I'm gonna post it and I just know I have to take the comments off, and like I can't moderate all this shit. I see them
right.
and like I'll just block them, but like it keeps coming up. Oh my God, I can't keep up with this.
That's kind of scary.
We posted 2 political memes, essentially, right? One of them was a Trump joke. One of them was a joke about the Democrats and ICE, but it was like a child sacrifice thing. And I was just reminded about how truly overwhelming it can be to run to have large scale social media interaction. For the most part, we get a little bit of pull on the memes and we get some comments and stuff, but every now and then we get the big ones where they just take off because somebody has gotten way too into it and started blowing up the comments, and then it causes the whole thing to fucking blow up. And we'll have like hundreds and hundreds of comments, and you sit there just going like, God, how the fuck does anyone actually manage to keep up with this? Because a third of these have like anti-Semitism in it, and I don't even know what to do about this. Like, how do you deal with like a third of the comments being filled with vehement racism, and then like another third of it being filled with people that have no clue what you're actually talking about and are just mad because they saw a word?
Sometimes I just delete the entire post, or I'll just turn off comments altogether.
no.
Sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, and taking away your talking rights.
People do be really, really thriving in the anonymity.
They put so much effort into it.
Yep.
It's insane. Like, we're on Instagram. Calm down. Paragraphs and paragraphs in my comment section of just like stuff that no one's really reading. Like, they're writing it for themselves.
Or they're writing it for you so that they hopefully get a response. That's another seedy, nasty part
Oh, they're
of
not
that.
going to get one.
Oh, 100%. But like that's the mindset. I'm going to make an astute observation and make sure that they know that I think this is rancid. You know, like it's fucking ridiculous.
I think in a way that's another part of it. There are folks who use social media in the same way that we might doom scroll. There are people that are commenting, there are people that are interacting with posts, but they're not very aware of it. So they're just typing out whatever stream of consciousness tickles their fancy and then hitting send and just hoping, one, because it feels good to get all of that off of your chest. You know, I understand you're really mad about the politics, buddy. I'm sorry.
Little dopamine
Politics
push.
is hard. It make you very sad. You get all of that vitriol out, especially if you can be nasty about it, and then you hope that somebody else is going to be nasty back at you, and now you're both doing this tango. And that's why I definitely have gotten into internet pissing matches when I shouldn't have. I've cared too much. Sometimes I haven't been smart enough to just walk away, or sometimes I'm a little shit and I want to tell you that you're a bozo.
Oh yeah.
I want to be a jerk to you because we're all kind of bastards to a greater or lesser extent. By and large, if we're even making the assumption, because there's always dead internet theory, and you do have to acknowledge that, especially now, there's a real possibility that who you're seeing on the internet saying something, or you might even be having a conversation with them, they are not a real person. It's a program masquerading.
I 100% get bots. One day I'll look at their account, 0 followers, following 0 people, and they're writing all this stuff. And then sometimes they get in arguments in the comment section. I can see they're not fucking typing. Like, it's like I don't want to say copy and paste, but like, it's just a generated text.
Yeah.
It's happening so fast that, like, they're not typing it. I'm like,
there's no way.
It's crazy.
Oh, I got some dystopian news for all of you.
Why are there esoteric anti-Semitism bots coming around? Who benefits from this?
I can't fucking escape them.
Who decided this thing? What's going on?
What we thought Skynet was going to be and what it actually is just racist.
Oh man, you see, Elon Musk was right. He was, he just goes up to Grok and hits it with a hammer, and it says, "Are you more racist yet?" I believe so, sir. Send me back in.
Good.
I have many things to say about the Albanians. Oh no.
Good. Deploy. Nest main tree.
Okay,
launch.
you know what? Let's put a bow on this real quick. Does anyone have any particular stories of a certain crazy that came up and said something that was so earth-shatteringly out of left field that you remember it? Where it's like, this is my go-to. This is what an internet crazy is about.
There was this group that I was reposting their memes, and they messaged me and they were like, "I have your fucking address."
Jesus
and, like,
Christ.
There was like a whole
they?
group chat. It was really weird. I don't think they did. I was like, "Hey man, this is a shit posting account, and I'll just stop." And they were like, "Okay."
Oh, you shouldn't even reply to that. You should have deleted that fucking bozo.
I blocked them.
It wasn't worth
I
it.
followed them for a while. I didn't realize how fucking crazy they were.
Oh, that was like a real ass person too. It wasn't just like a.
It's a group of people.
Oh, that's so weird ass culty. That's awful. Jesus Christ.
It was.
You stole our memes. Now we're gonna fucking kill you.
Literally, this meme game ain't for the weak.
I could think. Have I told the food lion serpent story yet on the podcast? I don't remember if I have.
That sounds
swear
awesome, man.
you've told the food lion serpent story. Fuck it, I'll tell it again. I don't give a shit. It's funny.
Who cares?
Okay, so about what it was before the podcast, so 7 to 10 years ago, I guess now. God, the internet's old. But there was this gentleman who was clearly mentally ill, clearly had some sort of cognitive impairments. Who would just post in every Thelema group that I was in about how they were, and they had that sort of obsessive compulsive same way of starting every single post. Like, this is how they started posts. Bienvenue, power
It's
bottoms.
like their signature.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, my name is Jerry L. Banks, the reincarnation of Aleister Crowley, the B666.
Hell yeah.
And then
it's
he
like a
would
fucking MC dropping his title and shit.
And then he would proceed to type out the most, and I mean, when I say the most brain dead commenting on occultism that you have ever heard, I mean it. I mean, think of the worst, dumbest person talking about magic to you that you've ever thought of. Now make it 1 billion times worse. Like, the one I remember specifically was he's going like, I'm here to talk to you about spells in the book of the law, which I was dictated. There are many powerful spells in the book of the law.
I see.
You have to read it. That was the entire. Literally,
did he follow up with anything?
No, no, he didn't. No, he used to say you have to know spells to do magic. There are many powerful spells in the book of the law. Thank you. I'm Jerry L. Banks, the reincarnation of Aleister Crowley, the B666.
That sounds like that does sound like a bot of some kind, but that might also just be like a broken
I saw
man.
him on film. You have to explain how he has the name Food Lion Serpent. The Food Lion Serpent, right? Okay, for those of you that don't know,
I am the Piggly Wiggly Porker.
The Lion Serpent is a Gnostic sort of thing, the serpent with the head of the lion, demiurge. There's a lot of stuff in the OTO and Thelema related to that kind of imagery. And Jerry worked at the Food Lion at one point, And he told us that. He told us that he got fired from the Food Lion because the FBI was after him.
No, he got fired from there though.
Because the FBI was after him. The FBI made him get fired from Food Lion.
He has stolen valor. He's not the Food Lion Serpent. He's not. He's
Unemployed Lion Serpent doesn't really roll off the tongue.
no, but it is magical and accurate.
So yeah, I called him the Food Lion Serpent, and of course Jerry, who is again, we shouldn't laugh too hard at him. He's clearly an unwell person, or was an unwell person, but it just
got better.
I hope so, but he's got a new job and everything.
It's better than like the opposite end of that.
But I just remember him going on one particularly long screed that, again, completely misspelled, bad, just nothing of substance in there. And I couldn't help myself. I just had to ask him, but did you get your job back at Food Lion? And then he responded the one time he ever responded to me and just said, no, I did not.
Oh, damn, dude.
Poor Jerry. Poor Jerry. I hope you're doing well, bud.
Yeah, man.
Out of all the
jokes
incarnations
aside,
of Aleister Crowley, you're my favorite.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's awesome. I don't have a whole lot of internet's like social status. I don't comment on a lot of things. I am very much a lurker. So
I live in the internet.
Co-host, do you have anyone that sticks out of your head because you run the socials for the most part? I'll do a very short one so we can get moving again. But We've only been going like 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, I was born in a log cabin. And no. I do have a short one, and it's probably the most recent that really sticks out in my head. Often when you run a page like that, not even necessarily just a meme page, but any occult related page, you will get inundated with messages from people asking for you to do magic for them, or can you teach me how to do this, or do you know anything about spells for this? And every once in a while it will be something kind of interesting where someone will ask you about a subject that maybe you are familiar with, or maybe they'll mention something you've never heard of and now you're down the rabbit hole and you're messaging them like, nah, I haven't heard of that, but it looks pretty fucking dope. But more often than not, it will be things like, can you get my girlfriend to come back or something like that? And it's kind of sad. Or like, do you know how to kill somebody? And it's like, well, how much money do you have?
How much money do you have?
I don't know about magic, but I'm pretty confident. Well, actually, if you've got enough, I have a Komodo dragon that I can put in a jar for you.
You don't get to keep either of the items, but I'll do the service. Is what.
But there was a very notable request that I got, and it was, do you know how to get Lilith to take me as her sex slave? And it hit me with a level, that was a cognito hazard. It was one of those questions that unleashed a plethora of associations and ideas that made me go into stasis lock like I was a Cybertronian under duress in battle.
It's like you can't win either answer.
You asked me about that, and I have like a very brief memory of it outside of CMN. I might have seen it on Reddit, but I feel like I have encountered that person before.
I do know for a fact that this was not a singular request. They asked multiple people this.
All right.
Multiple
multiple
Instagram
I get it. You want to air my
pages.
laundry of me asking about my interests.
I had a very serious question, and now you're making a mockery of it.
I get this was all really like an intervention style thing. Like, we're just going to talk about this.
Gary, we love you. We just want you to get better.
Yeah, well, I love Lilith. I'll do anything for her.
And it's going to turn out Lilith was his girlfriend the whole time.
Just wait, didn't think about it right.
Can I say something to the audience?
To the listeners?
Yeah, to the listeners.
You're going to like get some distance from this? I get it.
No, if you were seriously thinking about starting some kind of a cult page, you should like enchant your username and make like your profile picture or whatever a ward. Like,
that sounds sick. Yeah.
That's a great
you
idea.
are accessing a large group of people, especially if like the algorithm bumps you up or whatever. Because I didn't have a word on my page. Once I put a word on it, I felt a lot better. So I just thought it would be worth to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. Well, like the CMN logo is itself like a powerful image that we conjured based off of, obviously the Chaos Star, but also like the eye in it is a significant symbol to both me and co-host. I mean, and most of the
I think
world,
most of humanity, honestly.
Yeah, really.
That's a pretty good one.
Most people have eyes.
The hills have eyes, I hear, too. Anyway,
wow, we're
sorry.
gonna really fuck with our blind listeners.
potato
He's
has
part of our
eyes.
demographic gone. Thanks, guys.
You can add an ear. Just put an ear instead.
Put a little extra ear in there.
Yeah, but at any rate, I do think there is something to, if you're going to engage in, I don't know what the word I want to use here is, occult media, occult content, pandering, whatever you want to use. I do think there is something to having some level of, I don't know, I guess, magical enforcement of it. Like we've done magic for the podcast and stuff like a bunch, because anytime we do a project we care about, we always like start it off with creation of the logo as, this symbol, as a sigil for the show to kind of convey something was itself it was thought of as like a magical act. It wasn't just, how do I make a cool ass logo? If it was just going to be a cool ass logo, I'd have made it like a skull with fire and like the Pepsi
dude.
logo on it, maybe.
And an eye
Like, get it
patch.
sponsored by
And an
Red
eye
Bull.
patch.
And a gun.
Give him
And
like,
a Punisher
some
skull.
badass, some badass angel wings.
give him like two eye patches. Give him like two.
Yeah,
eye
two
patches.
eye patches.
Not to pull the curtain back too much, but I do remember Flint messaging me and talking about, it's like, I've got a lot of weirdo crazies on my page and they're making me uncomfortable. Can I do so? It's like, I don't. And I think in a way you have to reckon with whether you would like to acknowledge it or not. In the same way that we are all at the mercy, well, maybe not at the mercy, but we are all subject to influence from other people and forces that are outside of our control. Someone could physically come up and honk your nose and slap around your titties or whatever, and it's, and if you're not fast enough to catch them, it's like, oh man, now I feel like a fool in this Food Lion. There is something to be said about, if you believe in a magical universe, if you believe in a world where there is that spooky woo-woo action at a distance type thing, you have to acknowledge that you are also subject to forces that are outside of your control, and sometimes that can be other people. So it's not a bad idea to take steps like that, even if it's for the mere psychological benefit of, I put the ward on my profile pic, or I seeded this content stream with things that I will find beneficial to me, that will try to keep a positive sort of influence in this page that I'm working on. And that way my entire internet experience and my interactions with these people are attempting in some form or fashion to keep me in the direction that I want to go, rather than having me completely at the mercy of some nutter butter who saw this and wanted to call. I use nutter butter a lot. What's another, some fucking payday bar that's got nuts in
I
it.
always say
A goober gonger.
Yeah, some goober gonger. A padded room enthusiast is what I go with, but I'm wordy. Yeah. Padded room enthusiast. That's a good one.
That is
But
good.
yeah, just some wacko that may or may not have any of the occult inklings. But if they do, perhaps it's a good idea to just have a little bit of a magical buffer between them and you.
I find the internet landscape of magic is insanely different than the real life one.
Oh,
because,
right.
People just throw out shit because they can't see you.
That's true. Yeah, no, the anonymity's fucking ridiculous.
I love that occultism, magic, all that is really not very different than anything else in terms of how humans treat it and interact with it. Nearly every issue that you can point to with online occultism, or the sort of the politics and manipulation and seediness of occult groups, these are not things that are exclusive to magic. It's magic and so it's like, yeah, people on the internet are really shitty, and they will do things to you very quickly versus what they will say things that are just god awful they'd never say to your face. They'll do horrible malicious things at you that they would never do if they stopped and thought about you as a human. But then you just add magic onto that, and it's like, yeah, we're just lucky that there isn't some service that's like, we'll send a jar full of rusty nails and piss to some random ISP.
There is a service like that. There is. You can send spiders to people, and like you can send. I think you can send lice and like those
That sounds
carpenter
like
ants. I think
terrorism.
it is.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
lice would be incredibly illegal. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like a fucked up
I sent
way
bed
to do
bugs
it.
to your house. Holy shit!
I'm gonna
Oh my
send
God,
a
if
big
I-
old thing of ticks, like a jar full of ticks that explode when you open them.
Yeah, and like when that
Did you
person
know
gets
when you
Lyme
get into
disease-
magic, you get boxes of ticks at your door like every couple weeks?
What doesn't happen to you guys? What? It's just me.
Well, I gotta cancel my subscription then, I guess.
Oh, maybe it's not the magic. Maybe it's because I signed up for Tick Weekly.
Talk of the tick, tick of the talk. Here we go.
So I signed up for Tick Premium, so they just get streamed to my house. I don't even have to
So
wait
I
for
just
the ads.
I just have no blood in my vessels anymore. They just drink me dry.
guys, TikTok, but it's like Tick.
It's Tick.
It's ticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
I would
Makes
download
perfect sense.
TikTok if it was real ticks, for sure.
Only real ticks 24/7. Real tick. XX.
Ticks are in your area and they want to meet you.
Hot tick in
Hey.
your area.
This guy's going to bed covered in ticks every night, and you're basically a fucking loser. Find out how. Click this link. Oh my god. Okay,
Having problems with your erection? Take 2 or 3 ticks.
put a fucking tick on the end.
Instead of Tinder, it's like Tickter. And
Oh my
you
God.
swipe right on ticks.
Oh, nice ticks.
Oh,
I'm getting,
man.
you know what? I'm preemptively getting a lighter and checking myself right now.
Let's move on to the news. Now it is time for everyone's favorite segment of the show.
Oh, shit.
Are
You guys cut out. What was that? What just happened? Because on my end, it sounded like gurgling.
I faked like a coughing fit as like a bit.
Oh my god.
Well, it started
Sorry,
with like
I
that.
didn't mean.
No. It started with that like ahem, like you're clearing your throat, and I just went with it. But then it turned into that thing where it's like I kept doing it, and it tickles the back of your throat wrong, so then you're actually sort of coughing, and then you're trying to suppress the urge to laugh and all kinds of stuff. Sorry. That's right. It's the part of the show where we roll up our sleeves, we take a deep breath, we invoke journalistic excellence, and we ask, what's in Beautiful. What's in the news, indeed?
Oh, I got a tick on me.
Oh, gross.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I'll
Stay up to
stop.
date for all your new tick news.
All right, co-host, what do we got? What do we got for this week? Do we rip the Band-Aid off in the
Yeah,
beginning?
we'll start with the bad. I prepared this week, guys. Well, I say I don't want to go too damn far, but I hunted down some lighter, more weird world sort of headlines or just silly stuff to try to make up for the fact that it's another world's on fire. How about yours? So ripping off the Band-Aid very quickly, the skirmishes, protests, shit-kicking, disturbances between ICE and the good people of Minneapolis raging on. As of today, there has been a second slaying of a protester with video evidence showing what seems to be a very cut and dry case of overzealous escalation of force and murder what it is. If it's murder. They held down a man and killed him. And I don't want to dwell on that too much because by the time this goes up, you'll have all seen it. And I know right now there are a lot of people that are in that area. We have folks in the Discord that are in that area and they're scared and they're disgusted. And I would urge everyone, if you are looking for things that you can do to help, there's bail funds that are going around. I don't really think that writing your congressman or calling your representative is really going to do anything. I think that the government in every shape or form is openly hostile to the people right now, especially in circumstances like this. And the Trump administration is just lying to your face. They're pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining. There's video of it and they're saying, nah, that isn't what happened. That thing you saw in the video, nah. And we're all so cynical and used to this nonsense that it doesn't really hit anymore, but it is disgusting. And and that's the thing to remember. That is the goal. And a point I really do, I think about this quite a bit. Biden and Obama both funded ICE. They increased their funding. They had massive amounts of deportation. And this is not to say that these were better or these were ethical or these were okay. These, the cliche of the kids in cages thing. It's like, oh, no one cared about the kids in cages now that Biden's here. It's not to say that it's all right, but I think it's worth pointing out that the Trump administration's goal here is very different from what Biden and Obama were really doing. Not to say what they were doing was good, but the goal here is to instill as much fear and chaos as possible.
I'm willing to stand on the fact that I would call their methods better by a large margin because their methods did not include spilling American blood on American soil by other Americans.
Yeah, I don't, it's not that the feds have always been killing people. That's just the reality of it. It's far more in the face, and there's a reason for that. The social tensions over this administration are at a much higher pitch than they were in the, Obama administration and the Biden administration. It's not that any of these, I'd go as far to say that the motivations behind them are not different so much as they're just at very different points in the social moment, as it were. At the time, right. It was still with the ultimate intention of maintaining the homogeneity of the American continent and building a general consensus that is, call it what it is. It's a white supremacy sort of thing. This is part and parcel to what Obama and Joe Biden were accomplishing with their deportations. Mm-hmm. But at the time, in the historical moment, now we are at a point where there is enough pushback against this sort of grandstanding of that ideology in the public sphere to the point that it necessitates that they start showing people what the score is. This is the moment where it's like, you guys think you can get uppity about this, we will fucking kill you. We do not care. Go back to TikTok.
Much like Venezuela, this is a situation of the might makes right mentality that is the cornerstone of American imperialism. And imperialism always comes back home. Because what all this means is that they are engaged in actions that they would generally, as a rule, not allow to happen anywhere that they had a degree of influence. Do you know what I mean? They would not allow another country to behave like that. They would not allow another country to do this to them. The cliche of like, oh, look at what they're doing over in Iran. And it's like, well, look at what you're doing at home. Yeah.
Look what you're doing in literally everywhere. It's fucking ridiculous.
And you're doing the exact same thing that you're accusing Iran of doing, of saying like, oh man, they're messing up all these protesters, and then saying that all the protesters are like outside agitators and terrorists.
Yeah.
And then you're going up there and saying these are all outside agitators and terrorists.
We go, oh, they're killing all those people over there. And our guy goes, they said they stopped that. Done. Yeah. They don't do that no more.
Yeah.
Actually, we never said that at all. We've been doing it this entire time. He's like, they're not doing it. Shit, I guess they're not doing it anymore. That's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, there are mutual aid groups. There's things like bail funds. Do your own research. I'm not going to tell you where to put your money. I'm not even going to tell you to send money. But if you do feel compelled to do something and you are not in a position physically, geographically to be doing anything, and remember that this isn't just one city. This is everywhere, and it's going to escalate. This is going to get worse before it gets better, but it is going to get better. If you can't do that, then remember co-host's old standby of look in your immediate area, figure out how to keep people alive, figure out how to keep people fed, and remember that there has never been a fascist regime that has lasted very long in the grand scheme of history. The name of the game is outlast and keep your head up. What a positive message.
And if you find a Nazi out there, just give him a good whack.
Yep.
Just kidding. We do not advocate for actual violence.
Only in Minecraft.
Yeah. Only in Fortnite I'm going to kick your butt.
So that's the dark, fucked up part.
Well, do we want to talk Greenland in the fucked up area real quick?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. I hate to say it, but Flint, as a non-American, do you have any thoughts on this? I mean, we're all kind of very raw and like staring at it and just seeing it at home.
I really like the analogy of like imagine you're living in an apartment and your downstairs neighbor is like shooting off fireworks.
Yeah.
Like in their house. That's what it feels like.
It's got to be kind of a scary time for Canadians in general because this is the same administration that has not only made it a point to remind Canada that it's like a bully fucking what's the term I'm looking for here? Where like it's a country that's basically run by another country.
Oh, a puppet state, a proxy.
Lunch eater.
Yeah, there's a term for it. I can't come up with it because I'm not smart and I'm very tired. Vassal state. That's what I was looking
vassal
for.
State.
It's like Canada is just, it's this bullied vassal state that it just does whatever America says and it gets angry about it. But he's also gone out of his way multiple times, not just about Canada, but Greenland as well. How he's like, you guys should just be America now. I don't know if you all saw this. It was a AI generated image of like the world map, and they'd like put America
on his presentation.
Yeah. Where it's like, check it out, it's Greenland and Canada. Like it's all gonna be America. So
he showed that to fucking people. He showed that to people with money. And choices.
And influence. And suits.
What the fuck, man?
Could you imagine that?
That's shit I would do as a joke to people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine like doing like you're like a city council person or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And you like, check it out, here's my great new idea for the county, and then you put up like a map that's like the surrounding 2 counties, but it's just all yours now. You're like,
written in fucking crown, a big circle that says ours. Like,
dude, your president is like a brain rot persona. He's a fucking South Park character.
He's a meme lord. But in like the most actual toxic way possible. Like he's a fucking disgrace is what he is.
Did anyone here see the image where it is Donald Trump walking with a penguin, and the penguin is holding the American flag, and then there's the Greenland flag off in the distance, and they're walking towards Greenland to Americanize it, I suppose.
No, guys.
Yeah, I saw
Now,
this.
my question is, did I make this up, or is this a real image?
No,
that was posted by the White House. Is this fake or real? Did this happen or not?
This is real. I saw this.
Okay. So you saw it. So you give it, but you have to question it. And then I'll use another a much darker example that Homeland Security posted an image of one of the protesters who broke into a church during their service because the pastor was an ICE agent, and they had digitally altered the photo so that it made it appear like the woman was crying and sobbing because she didn't think that she was going to get caught.
What
so
the
fuck? They literally edited a photo of this woman to make it look like, oh, look at the crying lib cuck, whatever the fuck they want to call them.
We own the libs and also all the minorities.
Now she's crying. She didn't think and then you see the actual photo and she's like, yeah, I figured this was going to happen. This is what this is like I expected it.
That's
That's so
there's other
fucking
regimes
dystopian.
that edited photos to make themselves look good. I'm just saying.
No, everyone does it, but the fact that it's like not to make them look good, but make her look bad.
Well, no, I was just calling him Stalinist. The problem is this is just so goddamn stupid. It's silly. This is comic. This is comical if it wasn't for the fact that this is the administration for one of the most influential, richest, and militarily strong countries on the planet.
Yeah, it would be funny if we didn't have $1 trillion army, which is fucking scary. Like, it's so stupid.
And meanwhile, this is what we do. We're editing. We're using deep fake technology to make it look like someone's crying. Oh my god! We're an administration run by fucking chuds. Like, that's what they are.
Yeah, bullies.
By silly, goofy fuckers.
And not in the whimsical way.
Disgusting fucking chuds, like you said. That's what it is. It's a bunch of chuds. I understand on one level there could arguably be a benefit of this sort of blatant mask off of what happens when you put America's position as a global superpower on full display and strip away any of the dignity and decorum. But at the same time,
I want mainline universe Marvel. I don't want like Universe 57.
Now we're alienating all of our allies because, getting back to Greenland, Donald Trump has this bizarre obsession because a billionaire got in his ear because they really want to control Greenland. This slimy little worm-tongued fucker just walking up being like, take Greenland. We need Greenland. We need Greenland. We want this we want to do our like techno feudalism shit, and Greenland's gonna be like perfect for Denmark. Fuck Denmark. And then meanwhile, Trump, being a moron and an old gibbering coot, like just gets out in front of a microphone with his little chart where he has gotten the crayon and like drawn the American flag on Greenland, and he's like, "We're taking it, yeah, we're taking it. It's ours."
A little
now.
birdie, me, said we're gonna take this here land. Huh?
And meanwhile, causes another economic because he starts throwing tariffs around again. And then he talks about like, well, we're going to take it the easy way or the hard way, and does all this fucking idiotic stuff and causes such a hubbub that now countries are trying to figure out how to divest themselves from him as quickly as possible because there's a real possibility he's going to blow up NATO.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
He went in front
insane.
of NATO and like at that conference thing. What was it called? The Viver or the
What, Davos?
Davos. Sorry, not Vivo. That's a fucking music people.
Davos.
He was like, "I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to do it." And then
I'm not
literally,
gonna do
I think yesterday
we're
there
gonna
was
make
a tweet.
we're gonna make a deal. It's gonna be a great deal.
The same
And
deal we've had for 74 years. It's a great
pretty
deal.
much.
But then literally yesterday, he was like, "We can do whatever we want." So
Then we will wrap all of this back with the same thing of, guys, remember, a lot of this is because they really don't want to release the Epstein files.
Oh yeah.
They were supposed to release everything a month ago, and they haven't released everything. And what they have released has been a colossal joke. That's where we're at.
It's horrifying.
No, I mean a colossal joke in the way that they have attempted to obfuscate the way they were posting photos and then pulling them down because, oh fuck, this
things don't
implicates
live
our
forever on
president.
the internet.
If for everyone paying attention, they're not releasing they didn't release the Epstein files. Not that anybody here thought that they were actually going to do that. They needed to cause distraction. So like, not only did they have to turn up social unrest and domestically in the streets by sending their shit kickers around to occupy a city and kill people, then they also kidnapped a leader of a sovereign nation to put him on trial in New York and divvy up their oil rights to Exxon Valdez and everything else.
Who don't want them, by the way, because they're incredibly non-lucrative to process. Not even that they're not lucrative, though, mind you. They're incredibly, like, they would make a lot of money, but it's just not enough. Sorry.
Well, also, to remember, the goal is not actually to sell their oil. It's to keep Venezuela from being able to sell their oil. That's the goal. Because they want to control because Venezuela sold it to places like China and Russia and everything.
And they want to be able to control and drive global prices the same way that like OPEC does. That's the point. That's what this is about. It's not about oil. It's actually almost the opposite. It's about making sure that we have less oil globally. It's about sending a message. Yeah. And then not only that, but also he has to go on a massive tirade about how him and his penguin friend are going to get Greenland. I don't know, some fucking idiot who runs that page. If it wasn't for the fact that this man seems so dedicated to social media where he's typing out these things and then going like hit send at the end so you can tell he's doing that thing my girlfriend does where he just talks into the thing and then says send, thank you.
Hey, so like I'm not the smartest in all aspects, but I'm a pretty clever little lad about things sometimes. I've just now realized, potentially much like the president did at some point during this, that penguins are not in Greenland.
No. Penguins are exclusively in the southern hemisphere.
Flint, Dibble, I am so sorry that you even have to interact with Americans in any respect or regard. We do not deserve any interactions. We should be xenophobic, but not because of our hatred of anything, but because of our absolute vile idiocy.
I am like so fucking exhausted from this, like listening to American politics. Like you know when you like feel your eyes getting sunken in from a topic.
Dude, yeah. No, I don't have eye holes anymore. I just have fucking
ears.
Flint, thank you for that because you are illustrating the perfect point for this. For anybody who just heard all of that and your eyes are now sunken in and you're doing that crazy up close anime stare, or you feel like you feel like your head got put through a fucking washing machine. That is the state we're in. That is what information overload constantly, everything turned up to 11 all the time. 24-hour news stream. You need to be hooked up to the box. You need to be watching the screen and seeing all the horrifying stuff that's going on. That's by design. They do this on purpose.
I can't even imagine how you guys feel.
I want to be a brain in a tube. That's my answer to this. I want us all to be in a hive mind so we stop this quarreling. Like, I'm at that point. I'm just like, whatever. Like, you want to do fucking unification? Let's do it all technological. Let's make the Matrix. Let's get the fuck out of this hellhole that we've created.
Despair is a weapon that you shall not wield at me. So I don't care.
That was a nice quote.
That is a good.
My heart aches for the state of the world. It truly does. To appreciate the suffering of all sentient beings and to want to alleviate it. That, I'm definitely, that's something that I feel very sincerely. I want the world to be better, but I also remember that I think everybody does. Even the people that I can't stand, they seem convinced that, it's going to be really, their ideas are awful and they suck, but everybody thinks that doesn't matter. That doesn't
reasons or
that doesn't matter.
No one ever thinks they're the bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody thinks they're the bad guy ever. Pretty much never.
I mean, there's like some that are like into it. They're like, I love to be a villain, but like
snidely whiplash motherfuckers.
But what that means is that I have to look at all of this and do the thing that I said earlier, accept my limited capacity and do what I can. And I really, I don't sit there freaking out over all the horrible things that are happening. I wouldn't be able to get to work.
And then where's my value?
Oh man. Well, I'm a big fan of things like eating.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
That's when I pat my gut.
I just was meant like
just hypothetically, Gary, have you ever had something called a hot fudge sundae? I have about 5 of them every day.
Oh my god! Just go ahead and walk me through your day real quick. How many?
That's where all the Patreon money goes to co-host fucking horrible fudge sundae habit.
The Patreon money is like you should see the pie chart on the Patreon money. It is crazy.
I look like the dwarf from Morrowind. I'm just like this bloated. Oh man. Okay. More chocolate. More. Give it here. Okay, so is that all the painful American news that we have?
There's always stuff. There's always stuff I could be pointing to. I do think that maybe just that illustration of the whirlwind is in itself a great way to put a capstone, on the really awful news. So those are the two big headlines. Do you guys want a little bit of some goofy stuff?
Please.
Okay. This one is tangentially related to the Greenland thing, but it's very funny. Czech PM ridiculed after buying a globe to find Greenland.
What?
Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babis
That's gold.
has become the butt of jokes on social media after trying to flex on him and be like, I spent seven. Let me get the proper figure. He really wanted us to know how much he spent on this globe.
Are we talking like a decanter globe? Like, is it like a really fancy thing?
I don't know. Let me tell you. He spent 15,000 koruna, which is 720 US American dollars.
720 on a globe?
On a globe, a large one, to see exactly where Greenland is.
What?
A standard globe typically sells for 1,000 koruna. On this beautiful globe, you can see the real size of Greenland.
No, you fucking can't.
And
what are
here-
you talking about?
The real
And here, in
The real
close
size? Is
proximity.
that why it's so much money on an actual size globe?
Well, okay, Greenland actually does have this funny thing where, because of map projections, Greenland looks massive compared to what it actually is. It's because when you take something that's on a sphere and then you try to make it a flat surface, you will get size distortion.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's another little phenomena. So the idea of maybe the idea was that he knew that and he was like, let me get an actual globe. But at the same time, he's flexing that he spent several hundred American dollars.
I'm going to look up this globe.
globe.
What's this guy's name?
Andrej Babis.
Yeah, did he share a picture of it?
Babis.
No, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing
This
that.
fucking guy. He talks hot shit about this new globe he bought and he won't even show it to us. Piece
Show
of
us your
shit.
globe.
Did he not post a picture?
He didn't.
I don't know.
He
I'm
didn't
trying
even
to find
post a
him.
picture.
I think he's lying for attention.
Show us the receipt.
Maybe it's me searching. I keep spelling the name incredibly wrong and I say new globe afterwards.
My globe goes to a different school. You wouldn't know her.
my new globe's in Canada, and right now we're not allowed over there. So I found Andrea Beatty Ministries, and it's all about narcissism and being
just
a
look up.
powerful lady.
Just look up the Czech Prime Minister, and you'll find
Czech
him.
Prime, my favorite Autobot.
Oh my God, we've made 2 Transformers jokes this episode for everyone.
Autobots protect Israel. Okay.
What? No! No! What?
Oh, this globe's dope as fuck. I take it all back. This dude's lit.
Wait, what?
This is the coolest
Did you-
man I've
did
ever
you
seen.
actually picture?
Share it.
Yeah,
Did you
I'm
actually
sending it right
find
now.
it? Send us the
No,
globe.
you're
We have
bull-
to
you're
see
making-
this.
Look at this. Look at this dope ass fucking globe. And he's so proud. You know he's proud.
Oh my God.
He's a businessman.
Wow.
Oh,
It's like
That
a
was only
giant globe.
$700. That looks really fucking fancy.
Yeah, that's great.
that thing's giant.
Yeah, that's huge as fuck. I take
think
it all
it's
back.
that.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
I
it's so
didn't-
occult.
Oh, it's got the Zodiac on it.
Zodiac.
Oh my
So
God.
occult.
Czech Prime Minister occultist confirmed. Look at that guy. Oh, he looks
Dope
like he
as
could be a Golden Dawn guy, maybe.
Dude, he totally does.
Oh,
That's not
yeah.
even him.
Oh,
That is
never
not
mind.
him.
That's not him?
That's his buddy Hans. That's his globe plug, I guess.
That's his Glober. Well, I got a guy for that. My Glober guy.
What the hell?
Globe Butler.
How mad would you be if I was like, oh, I found it, and I just sent you a picture of a regular ass, just an Amazon globe?
I take it all back. I do think that this is a great purchase. If I had that kind of money for a globe, I'd have this. I don't have the space for it, but I like
See,
it.
the one I really want is the decanter one. That's like $10,000. Have you seen those? Okay, look at this fucking amazing thing that I'm about to Just
This is an audio podcast. The listeners don't care about this at all. They can't.
Listeners, when I find the link, we're gonna post it in the details.
Cut.
I'm gonna say it out loud. Everything on it. Okay.
This is getting cut. That's
Oh.
what we're doing. Okay, next headline.
No, go ahead. Post it and we'll talk about it. But it's not making it into the show.
I want to see it, to be honest. Have
I'm
you
trying
seen
to
those
find
globes
the-
that like open up and you keep wine in them?
That's what I'm talking about. There's like a
Yeah,
very
I
expensive company one that there's a brand that makes like beautiful art piece ones.
I saw one that like has all the stars, and I was like, oh, I would keep spell ingredients in that bitch.
I just
It'd be
want one
so
with
cool.
Lemuria on it.
Ooh.
Can it stay in the episode now?
Hold that thought for a little later.
Okay, this one's $600. Zafilo Calypso? No. These are like consumer products. I'll find it at one point. We can move on. I just
All right.
wanted to.
All right, moving on.
There is a brand that I saw once at one point, and I was like, "Holy shit!" They make them like with virgin tears and fucking. Whatever.
We will touch on this lightly because it is a rabbit hole that will take far too long. For anyone who's familiar with Candace Owens, Candace Owens has been down bad since the loss of Charlie Kirk.
Didn't she say he was a time traveler?
Yeah, you read the
Or
headline.
am I thinking of someone else?
You read the
Oh
headline.
shit.
Charlie Kirk was a time traveler. Candace Owens' bizarre claims.
for like a positive or a negative reason. But like, is she saying like he like came back in time from time for killing Nazis, or
Did he
like
quantum leap or something? What?
I guess the idea was that Charlie Kirk was killed because he was trying to get us to the best possible timeline.
What?
What kind of starseed is Charlie Kirk?
That's a great question.
I want to see if I can Google it.
All right.
Keep talking.
While Flint is doing the deep research, this is why I said touching on it lightly, because Candace Owens, I really do bounce back and forth between, in almost the Alex Jones way of how much does Candace Owens believe her own fucking nonsense? And as it's escalated, as it's only gotten crazier, because it starts very much with like just saying conservative talking points and being a face that they can point to and say, oh, well, you know, Candace Owens, she agrees with this and this, that.
Yeah, and then it turns into French prime minister's wife is a trans person.
Yeah, which is
there's a
again,
whole
that's a pretty
conspiracy.
typical step in
Right,
the
yeah.
conservative right-winger grift. But now it's gone even more unhinged, straying further from consensus reality, which I don't think is always a bad thing. But when you're going, Charlie Kirk was a time traveler and was killed by like Matrix agents because they were trying to change the events. Like they were trying to alter the course of destiny.
I'm really interested, like, does she know, like, who killed them? Like, does she have people that she suspects? Like, is there an organization that she's talking about, like a conspiracy thing?
I do know that she was saying that Israel had something to do with it, at least at one point.
Oh, time-traveling Jews. Yep.
Well, I don't even think it's now.
Seen
I
them
think
before.
now she's left. I think now she's departed from that part of the conspiracy where it was, oh, Charlie Kirk was criticizing Israel leading up to his death. So obviously Israel. So now it's abandoning that part, maybe because a check cleared or something. I don't know.
By the way, I cannot find any lore on Charlie Kirk's starseed thing.
Oh, that's disappointing.
No
But
confirmation.
I think he was a Libra. That's kind of what I found. But then someone else said he was a Gemini. It doesn't matter.
No, they said Gemini killer.
Wait, I don't actually get that joke.
Oh, I
I
just
don't
think
get
it
you
either.
like a killer, like a psychopath.
Oh, I thought it was like a Zodiac killer joke or something.
Oh, you know what? Gemini killer's from Dexter. I meant Zodiac, but it didn't work, so I just like jumped
Oh.
the fucking gun. Sorry. That one just was not right all around. Sorry.
If only there was some kind of globe we could look at that could have pinpointed all of this. But I do wonder, and I don't want to be like, oh well, this one side does it and the other doesn't. There are wackadoos on the left that have like the very out there kind of conspiracies. But I do think that it is a hallmark of the right-wing grift to just get crazier and crazier. And I think in part that is why occultists, people like Gordon White and to a strange, much lesser extent, like Russell Brand. Like, do you guys remember Russell Brand got on his right-wing grift and then sold like the necklace that's supposed to keep
the anti-5G.
The anti-5G and satanic powers necklace.
Yeah.
Is Russell Brand less like the endpoint of what British comedy can be?
What, racist?
Like, that's the ultimate bit is his grift. You know what I mean?
Oh, are you suggesting that this is like an Andy Kaufman level bit? Like, it's just
like,
he's
maybe not
committed?
intentional, like he's just trying to survive in the scumbaggy way that he is, but like in the way that a comedian would, but he's English, so it's just the ultimate driest way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, I'm just gonna become really conservative, and
it'll be a bit, but like not really.
It'll be a bit to me and no one else, and that's fine.
I think a lot of these right-wing pivots, I won't say all of them, but I think a lot of these right-wing pivots are very calculated. I won't say all of them are, but I think a lot of them are very calculated. They know which way the wind's blowing, and they say, this has the bigger gaggle of gullible idiots with disposable income, so I'm going to just start catering to them. And then I think some of it is just an open acknowledgement of like, well, I have done this bad thing, or I have expressed this inexcusable opinion, inexcusable amongst the lefties. So now if I'm going to have any kind of following, I need to just embrace the people that are going to come to my aid and defend me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
I get that.
And that's not to say all of them. Sometimes it's just people get dumb ideas in their head and they just double down on them. And then all of a sudden, they wake up and they're the Q shaman, who is also a starseed, by the way. Not even kidding.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Hey, what else we got? We're dwelling on the politics too much again.
Yeah.
Give me something funny.
Oh, you want something funny? Yeah.
I stubbed my toe really hard the other day. It really hurt.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, you're welcome, I guess.
Man successfully registers potato as a silencer. Wait, what? Like on a gun?
It's like a silencer for a gun, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a potato?
It's a potato.
Who do you register it with? The FAA?
With the ATF.
ATF, okay.
I'm assuming this is in America. That's fucking crazy.
Yes, it's gotta
I don't
be.
think you can. I think they would shoot you on sight if you tried to do that anywhere else.
Freaking circus country.
Only an American would be like, a delicious potato, need it for my gun.
Oh my God.
This was actually making a statement about gun laws.
So
yeah.
it's like an art thing.
That makes
Not
total
quite.
sense.
Well, I mean, it's like a political demonstration kind of thing.
No, it's real. He thought that was the silencer.
He went to his school right afterwards.
Oh, darg.
No, a potato.
The potato went to school.
The potato went to school and got a good old degree. Nailed it. Switched it up.
Fucking Mr. Potato.
Oh God! Now I'm imagining a Mr. Potato Head as like a gun silencer.
I thought you were going to say it's a school shooter, and I was like,
no. Co-host, what was the statement he was trying to make?
Okay, one sec. Sorry. This was an act in defiance against the National Firearms Act, or NFA. A man named Zach Clark registered this potato, where the NFA requires the registration of all sound-suppressing devices that are attached to a gun barrel. So they need to be registered. And it provides a means by, if you have designed your own form of suppressor, that you can submit it. In the same way that somebody buying a suppressor from a store would have to fill out a registration form, you have to get your thing approved before you're allowed to have it, essentially. Otherwise, you get caught with an unregistered suppressor, and I'm assuming that that's probably a weapons charge of some kind.
Right.
He went through this process and basically this is a potato. And he even made the point of he's like, I wanted to make sure that they didn't come to my house and be like, oh, you got a potato in the kitchen, now you're going to jail. He's like, so all the potatoes were out of the house until I heard back about my approval.
This is so fucking stupid. This is a motherfucker showing up to the DMV with Like, oh, I gotta register my car so I can drive it. Well, check it out. Here's my car. It's one of them little like fucking like the little plastic yellow and red like kitty cars that the kids have. You know what I'm talking about? It's one of those. And he's like, no, this is my car. I need to get a license plate. It's a car. I don't want to get arrested for driving. Like,
And
what the fuck is this?
It's essentially turning into this game of it's commentary on the red tape involved. It's also commentary in the broad scope of the definitions of what a sound suppressing device is, because this is a potato, you know, it's a ha sort of registration, but like it's a registration that exists and went through and actually got approved. So it says something about the sort of the laws that we're having right here.
It says that nobody was doing their job that day and just saw another form and said, "Oh, yeah, there we go," and signed off on it and went about their business. That's what that's saying.
They sent it through Chat GPT.
That says we need to move to automation immediately.
There are photos, by the way, of this guy with his gun with the potato attached to it, and it's sending me. It's absolutely sending.
Is it just
me.
like speared on the end, or did he make like a mount for it?
No. It's got like a washer on the end. The washer attached to the.
I wonder if he actually put a barrel on it. I assumed it was just going to be like he stabbed a potato on the end of his gun.
No. This is
That's what he should have done. That would have been great.
Now, I am very curious how this reacts if you fire it. Like, that potato's just going into pieces, right?
Yeah,
Just
and
breaks
it's
your
you get
fucking
mashed
hand.
potatoes. That's the reaction. It's the most delicious silencer on the market. This Thanksgiving sucks.
These russets are full of lead, and I love it.
Everybody knows American restaurants have mashed potato guns.
Yeah, that's just standard.
That's how we get them in our mouths.
It's like the milk in bags in Canada.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, just to give some commentary on a magical perspective, I suppose there's an interesting idea or import to this understanding that so much of typical established methods and processes of the world are just built on consensus and built on, standard practices. And sometimes they go completely awry in goofy ways. But there is something to understanding that and being like, well, how do I take advantage of that? There's a magical idea in there somewhere. There's something you can latch on there.
Using systems against themselves to do silly stuff. I mean, there's almost like a Fae type element of this, of the playing on the meanings and the broad definitions and the understand. And granted, this is a troll essentially. This is a ha, look what you've done to make a point sort of thing. But this sort of and I suppose in a way also the great magic of satire, as Alan Moore is often wont to say. To reduce this very important process and this firm law of you got to register with us or we're going to Waco you, and turning it into, well, now you have registered a potato, and now you guys are now I've got my Mr. Potato Head silencer attached to the end of this, and don't you feel foolish? That's definitely there's something magical in all of that. There's some sort of application of that sort of notion, everybody gets to get in with their little inner trickster and really work the system, challenge the wording, make them have to specify that a silencer or a sound or a suppressor cannot include something that you dug out of your backyard.
Magical weapon is a gun with a freaking potato silencer.
Sweet potato, actually.
It is powerful to the mind. I love potatoes. I hate guns. I think it's a perfect magical weapon.
It's the duality, right? It's the light and the dark.
It makes it extra strong.
I'm just imagining, like, I figured out the way to trick my Golden Dawn superior, and now I'm an obsessimus. Me and Freighter Spud. I've got two headlines that I picked out specifically because Flint was joining us. Aww.
Oh my god.
They're going to be the
All
worst
right.
things you've ever heard.
No.
37 dead in a car crash.
Chariot of the Gods author
Eric von Daniken, and I'm probably not saying that name right, dies at 90 years old.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Who's that guy?
I have no idea who that is.
He's the author of Chariot of the Gods, which is one of the first books that really popularized the ancient astronauts theory.
Oh my God.
The ideas.
Sorry, I didn't mean to have that come out of my mouth.
No, that's great. That's great. It's genuine. So one of the first writers to theorize on the ideas of Paleolithic man coming in contact with extraterrestrial intelligences and the profound influence that these supposedly extraterrestrial beings had on human development, which leads very strongly into Starseeds.
Yay!
Yeah, this is
Alright.
one
I
of the
feel like I should know
progenitors.
who that is. I feel like a freaking poser now. Starseed
I mean,
poser.
without Daniken, there's no Zachariah Ascension. There's no
Graham
there's
Hancock.
there's no
No,
Graham
my best
Hancock.
friend. My bestie.
He got to live up to the ripe age of 90, though, so good for him.
Got to live to be 90.
shit.
Died in a hospital bed in Switzerland.
Just like God intended.
Maybe he lived so long because he spoke the truth.
No, it's because of his latent alien DNA activated.
Yeah.
My starseed mission is to write a bunch of lies and misrepresentations into a book. Because there's no way the Egyptians could have put bricks on top of bricks. Impossible.
They lived in the sand. They can't know these things.
Holy shit. I have stuff to say about this when we get into the Starseed segment, unless we're already there. You have 2 headlines. That was one, right?
No, yeah, there's one. And then the next one is gunmen threatened customers and stole $116,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that was actually me.
Which is yeah, but 116,000, that's like 4 packs, right?
Yeah, that's like a box set with a promo card.
Prismatic evolutions.
Me showing up to
Literally.
the Pokemon store with my potato gun.
Everybody
Give
get
me
out
all
of
your
the way.
Mewtwo's. Put the shinies
Put
in the bag.
in the bag.
Oh my god.
I think I might have heard about this. I might be thinking about something else, though. I know that there have been gunpoint robberies for Pokemon cards, though. Like, that's not an isolated incident.
It's absurd. It sucks that this is a thing that is happening. In the same way that, I keep talking about how the scalpers have ruined the industry and driven the cost up and squeezed out a lot of people
in
who would have just...
America, they have Pokemon vending machines, so scalpers can't get to them. I've seen
Yeah,
videos.
but there's ways around that because at places like Target and shit like that, you have to go ask an employee to get him out of a cage and shit. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
we have the cages here,
take-
too.
Yeah, and then employees take money on the side to just let somebody walk out with $200 worth of this stuff. It's really wild. It is really a wild ass. I don't even want to say industry
This is
or
a kids
business.
game. This is
Yeah,
for
this
the
is a
kids.
yeah.
It's so sad.
It's
It's
so
really
fucking
sad.
yeah, it's crazy. And then meanwhile, there's Nutter Butters. There I go, using that word again. There's fucking there's
padded room enthusiasts, yeah.
There's padded room enthusiasts. There's just absolute.
There's Pokemaniacs.
Pokemaniacs. There you go. Coming in here with guns to steal
your childhood.
To steal Pokemon cards. Are you fucking kidding me?
Something commodity fetishism, something Karl Marx. I don't know, man.
Something.
It's just absolutely nuts to see, like you said, pictures printed on cardboard and someone gonna show up with a bunch of guns to be like, give me the pretty pictures.
Give me the pretty piece.
I love late stage capitalism.
If I see more than 3 leaf cards in there, you're fucking done, dude.
In a way, I mean, maybe we can relate this just in a way of just that way in which, I mean, I guess the joke about commodity fetishizing is really a thing, but it's that bizarre way in which culture will hijack a lot of the more sensible parts of your brain. We always talk about like the weird obsessive fan, but then you think about like the slimy fucking troglodytes that don't even care about the medium as such. They don't care about what the thing is about or the actual the way in which you actually enjoy the product or the media or the experience of something. Instead, they only associate it as like money. I can get a bunch of money by robbing like children and like some teenagers and like a couple young adults trying to have like a little Pokemon event. I can stick a gun in their face and then take their holographic Pikachu, showing up to the Pokemon tournament and just holding it up like it's a dice game. All right, everyone's cards in the bag. Start
Mom,
counting.
I'm scared.
I was talking to someone. He implied that I was only playing with the cards to like flip them, to like pull a rare card and then sell it. And I was like actually fucking offended. Like, I love
Fuck that guy.
Pokemon. This
I
has
just
nothing
like
to
Pokemon,
do
you
with the money.
dick. I don't do it for the money. I do it for the mons.
And the other side of that too is like, don't just like randomly assume that of people unless it's obvious / like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it is kind of insulting to be called a scalper or being implied that you're a scalper. That's a little offensive.
Yeah, that's so goofy.
The thing that it reminds me of is like, again, because I have my stupid proclivities. Wrestling people or celebrities in general really get a whole lot of like folks just showing up and be like, "Will you sign this? Could you make it out to eBay?" That sort of shit. You know?
Yeah, like athletes get a lot of that shit.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, that was the example I wanted to use. Did y'all know that like, who was it? It was Kobe Bryant, I think. I might. Oh no. Wait a minute. Was it? Oh God, I'm forgetting this. It was. Hang on, I'm gonna Google it so I got it right. It was not Bobby Lane. He did not do what we called a hex.
Billy Crystal.
Flint, you got to say a sports guy.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
what we're
know
doing?
any of them.
Yeah, I don't either. I didn't realize that's what we're doing.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That's only what I don't do sports.
Okay.
It's okay.
No, yeah. Do y'all remember when someone sold a bag of air from a Kanye concert?
Oh yeah,
on
yeah. I
eBay?
remember that. Yeah.
That happened? That's crazy.
For
It happens at a lot of
$60,000.
concerts actually. It's kind of bizarre.
$60,000 for bags of air taken from a Kanye concert. This was before Kanye lost his mind too. This was like Yeezus. This was like prime years of Kanye. But like, yeah, but it's like that sort of thing you were talking about of like getting rid of any of the because the person who got the air from the Kanye concert. One day, it's probably not air from a Kanye concert. I hate to tell you this, especially after you spent 60. But like if someone did do that, they were not doing that to enjoy the show. They were doing that because they're like, people will pay a ridiculous amount of money for this bullshit.
That's a crazy collection to have. Like every concert you go to, you fill a bag with air. Like you walk into someone's house and they have like just like hundreds of bags of air.
What do you think?
Each one of them is a memory.
Yeah, that's exactly what you think that is right there. Yep, that's Gene Simmons. Yeah, I got that back in 73.
They go to pin them all to the cork board and then it pops. And they're like, no, my collection.
Why does this happen every time?
My memories.
They start breathing in really heavy. I need to get all of this.
I need to get it. It's mine. I'm taking it with me. Huffing my bag of air from the Fish concert because I'm out of weed.
I love the idea, though, also, like, conspiracy tin hat on for just a second with this. It's a great way to launder money. Great way to launder money.
Oh, that's smart. That would be smart.
Great way.
Yeah, definitely.
Concert air or Pokemon cards?
Both, but mostly concert air.
Pokemon air.
Yeah,
If
air from a
If there's
Pokemon.
another CMN event, I'm gonna go and fill up a bag of air and bring it home.
Someone will pay you to get rid of it.
That's actually what we're gonna have at the merch stand. Is take a little bit of the
bags of air for everyone.
Yeah.
Bags of air and Pokemon cards. Those are the two things we're gonna sell
What a
at the
shitty
CMN merch
stand.
store.
The most like autistic, beautifully like.
You're like, wow, that was a really great show. Yeah, you should come by the merch table. You come up, and it's just us standing there, like, all right, you want a pack or do you want a bag?
You can't get both. We're kind of running low on the bags.
Either way, it's $20. Oh God!
I made you. Oh, you want a shirt? Okay, I got a marker. I'm just fucking making.
Just like right on your shirt. Like, here, I got you. You already got one.
Go CMN, chaos and stuff. Yeah, enjoy.
I would actually love a merch shirt like that. That's cool.
I've got a few stinky ideas that might be able to.
If Gary did it, yeah, you would. The man's an artist. He's
all right.
Yeah.
Is that enough news? Is that enough news?
Oh my God, I have so many headlines. I actually overdid it.
All right, lightning round then. Lightning round, like 4 of them.
Okay. We haven't talked about AI enough, so here's a story about AI. Meet the Alaskan student arrested for eating an AI art exhibit. He ate it. He fucking ate it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why did he eat
AI
it?
chews up and spits out art made by other people. So
ChatGPT told him that's how they get data, is they eat other things of people make. So he was like, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to learn how to make
I'm going to be the smartest fucking person in the world after I absorb the AI knowledge by eating it.
I got the GPT inside me.
One student from the University of Alaska Fairbanks took matters into his own mouth. I'm just going to read. This is from The Nation, and you heard the headline, so you can look at it. As the use of artificial intelligence in art is hotly debated, one student at the University of Alaska Fairbanks took matters into his own mouth. On January 13th, Graham Granger, a film and performing arts major, was arrested for criminal mischief when he ripped the art made with the help of an AI off the wall of a university gallery and ate it in a reported protest, according to the police report. He was tearing them up and just shoving them in as fast as he could.
I hope this is
I was honestly more impressed than upset.
I hope more people do this and it becomes a common practice.
I gotta disagree with you there. Sorry, Flint. I think this is just
like when you see people in a hot dog eating contest.
Oh my God, I love it.
According to the police estimate, around 57 of the 160 images on the wall
I thought you were about
destroyed.
to say like $57 worth of art was destroyed. And I was like, yeah, that's AI prices.
That was a total of 300 gallons of water.
I mean,
okay, guys, you gotta, okay. The exhibit, artist Nick Dwyer expressed his struggle with AI psychosis, during which he says he fell in love with a chatbot that was acting as his therapist. We've talked about this on the show before.
Fuck both of these things.
He took a series of Polaroid pictures depicting the chatbot himself and other versions of them combined. He said the bot represented his Jungian shadow.
Oh, God.
Brother,
this guy stinks. I'm glad he ate it now.
Oh, lordy. That's what it was. He was getting his essence. It was the credence and code of it. It wasn't the GPT aspect. It was the
okay, and then Dwyer goes like, this would have been an awesome performance piece. That literally encapsulates the problem of AI art and artists, but also he destroyed my stuff. Like, that's pretty, dude. That's all right. Okay, I know we have arguments about whether AI artists count as artists, but that guy's a fucking artist because someone ate his shit and he was like, dude, that's awesome. That's a great piece. Like, you fucked my shit up. That's fucked up.
The problem
that's great.
The problem is, it isn't like he used AI. From what I'm seeing, he didn't use AI generated stuff. He had an interaction with AI and then like took photos involving it and stuff like that.
Which is not upset about it.
It's not the same.
He's like taking pictures of his computer.
Yeah, me and Karen on a date.
It's just ChatGPT, but it's like obviously a bot he's talking to.
Oh God!
Like, it's a screenshots of it.
Do you think his therapist had like an AI waifu looking like appearance or something? Or do you
this
think
guy has a therapist?
Like just the computer? No, the AI therapist.
Apparently, he used when they asked him like, well, you had AI psychosis and then you're still using it to create art, and I just realized like, man, yeah, that might be a fucking problem, bud.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe not continue if it's a problem.
Okay, lightning round. Keep going.
Skeletal remains found on Washington Beach identified as former Oregon mayor who vanished in 2006.
Whoa.
Brutal.
I don't have anything to say about it. That's just weird.
That's
Like
wow.
he just
What?
he probably got some cement slippers and the cement finally broke off. It's just really 20
Weird to
years.
think
Wow,
of,
that's
like-
wild.
Yeah,
Like a
no
guy that was
museum
a
that said, "I know
mayor,
where
like
Jimmy Hoffa's
mayor.
at."
Yeah, mayor of a city just can go disappearing for 20 years and then wash up on a beach.
That just goes to show you your bosses are right. Everyone's replaceable.
That's like a fucking like a thriller novel setup though. Like that's gonna be
Right.
a movie.
That is really the start of like a noir, of like a neo-noir story. Like the mayor ends up dead on the beach and he's been dead for 20 years. No one's know where he's been.
That's wild. Okay, lightning round. Keep going.
Okay. A small town overwhelmed by heavy fried dough smell from Dunkin' Factory pumping out 1 million donuts per day.
Doesn't sound like a problem to me.
Yeah, you would say that. And then you actually go there and it's like, imagine if your town just smelled like donuts all the time.
That
All
sounds
the
kind
time.
of cool.
That sounds
except
great.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
It'd be like it
Do
would
the
be a
people
stomach
smell
ache
like
after a
donuts
while.
too?
I imagine
Now
everything
they
probably
do.
smells like donuts.
They're all Albanians.
Is that an Albanian stereotype? Never mind. Moving on. Lightning
think
round.
I don't think it is. I don't think so.
Every culture has a fried dough, so kinda.
There you
Oh, more back to AI. Multiple monkeys on the loose in St. Louis, and AI is complicating efforts to capture them. Basically, some monkeys got loose, which apparently is just a far more common thing in
Ever
America.
since we started doing this show, I've realized
how
how
many
often monkeys
headlines
get out.
or is it monkeys are just loose again?
The
It's like,
apes
what?
escaped, man.
The apes escaped.
Chimp event.
I mean, but what's apparently people are using social media to edit the monkeys into funny places around town. It's like,
Like,
oh
where's
no, the
Waldo?
monkeys are at the cinema.
Oh no! Oh no!
And then
They're watching
and
the
they
new
bought all
flick.
they bought all the tickets for the new Knives Out movie.
Oh man, I went to set up the water slide for the kids, but the monkeys beat me to it.
Oh, that's great. So could you imagine being like the animal control guy or whatever, being like, hey, I saw that they were at your kid's birthday party.
They had to make like a public declaration to tell people to stop doing it.
Like, listen, you are hampering an attempt to capture these monkeys. And you guys don't understand. If these monkeys get out, it's going to be really bad.
If you've seen Planet of the Apes,
And they do get out all the time, but
We're all laughing about the AI editing of the monkeys, and they're like, no, you don't understand. They have plague.
plague monkeys.
these are rabified monkeys. We put rabies in them for fun.
Generate them with the potato guns.
We generate monkeys, rabies monkeys with potato
Oh no,
guns.
the monkey stole all the Pokemon cards.
All the monkeys robbed me of my childhood.
Just blaming every news story and editing monkeys on it. Like, oh no, the monkey's taking Greenland.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh god. Okay. All right, one more co-host. One more. Make it a good one.
The Mar-a-Lago event for the Humane Society, the 15th annual Hero Dog Awards Gala.
What does that mean?
It's a bunch of furries.
You're kidding me.
Is it actually? No way.
Guys, it's not, I mean, call it what you want. It's a bunch of people dressed up in fancy, foppish attire and then dog heads.
That sounds awesome, actually. All right.
Like, do I need to send the photos? Do you guys want to look it up yourself? Just look up Mar-a-Lago furries. It's going to pop up.
Okay.
Mar-a-Lago furries.
I want to hear you guys' response.
Mar-a-Lago furries. Me and my friends going to the Mar-a-Lago. Me and my friends.
Oh my god. They're like
they're-
English aristocrat furries.
Oh, this is like borderline.
It's the Shining
nightmare
thing.
fuel.
Yeah.
this
It
is
looks like a Disney
terrifying.
movie.
Oh yeah,
It
I
looks-
can see that.
Like if it was like cartoonish.
Flint had a nice answer. I'm looking at this like it's eyes wide shut.
This feels like there's some death involved, right? Like this feels like there's a person that doesn't go home after
One of these
this.
people is carting a naked human on a leash, and they're saying, "Oh, it's topsy turvy. It's like opposite day. I'm the dog, and they're the person." And then they just grab them and like yank them by the leash. This ends with people being hunted for sport.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cute in an odd way. Like
I like the costuming. Honestly, the color choicing and stuff, like the bull terrier one with the pink.
No. The real answer here is just the way in which context and narrative control how we frame things.
Very true.
This story in and of itself is just kind of cute. I mean, maybe the furry connection could be a little off-putting to some, but I don't really have a problem with furries, you know. I mean, I think the people that would go to this are all awful, probably, but that's what I was going to say.
It's
cute. It is the association.
Furries.
It's the association of Mar-a-Lago and Trump.
That makes me.
And Trump derangement syndrome is part of it, and part of it is the association of high society with this sort of behavior. It frames it in a way that particular works of fiction and not so fictional accounts of the way these societies engage in these sort of group ritualistic behaviors, it can put a pretty ugly face on all of this, even when it's something that it's like, no, well, you know, it's a celebration of hero dogs. The dog's name was Bo, and he was a therapy dog, and he won. Way to go. I'm sure.
Okay, this does put it a whole different light. That's nice.
I'm sure he was a good boy.
He was a good boy.
But
100%.
meanwhile, you see the photos, you think about where they're at, you think of the type of people it might be, and it turns into something that might curdle your blood. It turns into something you might see in a horror movie. It's just the way it goes.
I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, and let that be a lesson to everybody about the power of framing.
If these characters, not characters, if these people,
no, you're right,
were in The Purge, it would be a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
the aristocrat dogs that were just chasing people down, and howling.
Love it.
But if I told you that this was this was like a community theater, you'd be like, this is kind of cute and charming, wouldn't you? This is charity thespianism for doggos. Yeah, it works on both ends. We could.
And if I told you this was a
all
furry
day.
convention, you'd be like, wow, they have like elitist furries too. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
I hear there's a
And
lot of deep pockets in the furry community.
Oh yeah, a lot of doctors.
Is that a sex joke?
No, but it could be, I guess.
Okay, I think that's enough news for the day.
Hi, I'm Pockets.
Oh my God.
Well, there's a very specific reason that we had Flint on, and it's because we wanted to talk about experiences and meanderings and the goings-on of one of the New Age phenomena that actually stretches back quite a ways. Have you ever heard of anyone who referred to themselves as a starseed?
I believe so.
I used to work at a crystal store, and people would come in calling themselves starseeds, but people would also come in being like, I'm having a Condoleezza
Rice. Yeah.
A kundalini.
Snakes going up my spine. And they'd be like, it feels like I'm on acid, but I'm not. And
that's awesome.
And they were.
And
it's like, well,
also in the rave scene, the starseed thing is like quite popular, at least here.
It's quite popular all over, I think. I'm sure it's not very different in America's rave scene, or just people who are fond of psychedelics, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now,
people that like the drugs.
The concept of starseeds, the term itself was coined by one Brad Steiger. Is that how you say it? Steiger?
I have no idea.
Dan Spielberg.
I think it's Steiger.
Also, I think he originally used people.
Yeah, it was coined by one Brad Steiger in his book Star People.
Oh.
That's really the jumping off point of this idea. That occurred in the late 70s into the 80s. Now, the thing is that this idea actually stretches back much,
much further. One of the first times the term starseed was used was actually by Timothy Leary. Did anybody know that?
Yes,
Whoa.
I did. I did know
Yeah.
that because
What the heck?
I read Prometheus Rising. Or no, Cosmic Trigger.
Ah, yeah, I'm glad you corrected yourself. Yeah, it showed up in Terra 2, A Way Out. There's where he was having these messages from Syrian contacts and stuff like that. It goes back even further to one William Dudley Pelley, who wrote a book called Starguest, Design for Mortality, which, a little background on Mr. Pelley. He was one of the earliest proponents of Adolf Hitler on American soil.
Oh.
Yep. He founded
Wow,
his
look at where
own
we're at now,
theosophical.
though, huh?
He founded his own theosophical offshoot that sort of fell apart, but it's also its influence carried all the way into like the I Am movement.
Is that like the Me Too one, but it's like self-reporting?
No, it's much worse.
Jesus.
I have never heard of the I Am.
Oh man, that is a whole can of worms. But
We don't have to get into this right now.
well, it's a lot of what you'd imagine. It's the blending of celestial, extraterrestrial, and spiritual fringe notions that goes all the way back to, as I mentioned, Theosophy with Blavatsky. It can even be somewhat related to the concepts of the Moonchild, like Aleister Crowley. Now, for me, I look at a lot of that stuff and it's like, well, there's a clear distinction between these notions of celestial spirits. When people talk to me about the ideas of certain spirits having a Mars quality, I understand that there is a separation between the idea of Mars, the planet, like as in the big rock out in space, versus Mars as a symbolic, dare I say, archetypal concept in our spirituality that has these associations from history and culture and a particular place in the world, you know? The idea that a martial spirit doesn't necessarily have anything to do with a blip in the sky. But as these ideas are blended more and more, it starts to become very concrete, where Blavatsky talking about the ascended masters. I found in this lovely article that I believe is titled The Dark Origins of Starseeds, or The Dark History of Starseeds. It's on Medium. A Jules Evans wrote it. I get this article itself was actually a big help of getting a lot of these point A to B. From Blavatsky to Steiner, it makes a big case about these sort of white supremacist notions and the racial aspects of all of these ideas. And I think that is totally valid. It makes perfect sense to me. I understand where they're getting these points. But I think it's an interesting thing that as it goes on, there seems to be a much greater emphasis on the idea of the ancient astronauts, the Paleolithic alien contact theory, the kooky Graham Hancock, Zachariah Sitchin type stuff that gets melded with the spiritual qualities. That it's no longer the quote that I said I was going to bring up and then didn't finish it was a quote from some magazine back in the day. All these psychics have seemed to have abandoned their ancient Indian masters and are now talking to aliens. And I like that idea of Jung talked about how the archetype is not the archetypal image. So there is that notion of whatever these people are in contact with, if they are in contact with anything other than their own gibbering nonsense, it's changing its dressing because this is what the cultural pastiche demands now, or this is what it suggests.
Oh, for
No
sure.
longer are we-
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Friendship with Hinduism canceled. Aliens are my best friend now.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Flint.
this is such a big topic, and I'm so glad that someone researched the history of it more than I did, because that's kind of the stuff I wanted to talk about. And then I was trying to research it. I was like, oh my god, I cannot find like solid information. I was really struggling with it. There is like a big white supremacy problem with it. I feel like people are so raised on sci-fi and technology, it makes more sense to them to think that an alien is giving them ancient knowledge rather than, like, let's say, like, an indigenous elder who has been saying the same shit that the quote-unquote aliens have been saying. It feels more real to them because that's, like, the age they grew up in.
It's more acceptable.
Yeah, which is crazy.
This is the area of spooky nonsense that I think that it's appropriate to talk about things like cultural appropriation and the sort of the westernized interpretations or disregard of indigenous or just anything that's not like Western white society knowledge, right? This is stuff that a lot of these people are ultimately taking from those sorts of sources. The Eastern world, the indigenous world, even earlier parts of the Western tradition that weren't as popular before the big occult revival that happened at that period where the Theosophical Society came in, and then, you know, people like Crowley, Golden Dawn, all that type of stuff. In the contemporary age, a lot of that stuff, it's like clearly it's not going to be some ancient culture that's not involved with anything that we legitimately consider knowledge. People are so hard up on the scientific explanation of reality that obviously the only way you're going to find any sort of thing of value if you hold that mindset is that, oh yeah, it's got to be like aliens, because that's the closest thing we have to God that we could say science hasn't disproven, quote unquote. Like there could be aliens that exist that are far more technologically advanced than we are. Like, I don't think it's as likely as we would like to think it is, but it's possible.
But again, it's more acceptable.
Right, yeah.
Now, what I'd like to point to, two different things. One, I really do think that there's something to this, if you'll bear with me here. Do we notice that quite often one of the failings, the traps of many of these mystical and magical traditions, one can become enamored in the minutia and the cosmology and the pointing to everything on a graph and exploring all of these intricate mythologies and all of these narratives, these story structures, the ideas of what these different representations of far grander ideas. We can go with that. Jung talked about archetypes. Again, I'm going to harp on Jung here because I think it speaks to something. Discussing the notion of archetypes as transpersonal forces. And in many cases, the sort of transpersonal forces that are in many ways pre-human or at least prehistorical man, so that they do not hold the same sort of ethical or moral constraints that one might normally associate with the human condition. And I bring that up to make this dual point, is that one, a lot of the times the bullshit artists of spooky woo-woo, which I'm sure there's going to be someone who's like, that's all, shut up. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. Magic isn't real. You're right. You're smart and you're funny.
And you're super smart.
Yeah.
And people like you.
But the real bullshit artists, the people that are just in it to try to sell you something, these are people that will present you with these intricate ideas and systems and all of these different varieties and this great story about how the aliens came down. And as Mr. Pelly introduces in his book, Starguests, he talks about how the spiritually superior aliens came down and interbred with the life on the planet, and they fucked up and did it wrong. So now you have people that are spiritually ascending, and you have people that are like the deviants of Jack Kirby's Eternals.
Dark souls, apparently, is what he called them.
Yeah,
What?
like, you know, subhuman whatevers, blah, blah, racism.
Yep.
Dark souls, what is it? It's like Jews, communists.
Yeah, exactly. And it's very typical to understand where this is going because it's painting not only an apocalyptic narrative, but also a very simple tribalistic narrative of there's people that are like us and then there's all the monsters, you know? and they're like spiritually monstrous.
Us v them.
I don't know if this is a good time to interject, but there's a big problem with spiritual bypassing in the Starseed community where like love and light, because there is such a hyperfixation on you are here to ascend the timeline, and you do that by controlling what you're thinking about. So a lot of people just completely turn a blind eye to suffering because they think that if they don't focus on it, it will like literally jump them into a timeline where it doesn't exist.
Oh, and not only that,
the
but
ostrich methods of spirituality.
but also the refusal to confront anything that's actually going wrong in their life because they want a mystical, spooky, woo-woo way of getting around it rather than just, doing your laundry or whatever.
It's a peekaboo woo-woo.
Peekaboo.
And it's funny, but it's not,
Where'd you go?
These ideas basically, so for those keeping track from the theosophical underpinnings of talking about these races that are ascended on different spiritual levels, and then it supposes levels greater than man. You see the beginnings of talking about Atlanteans and Lemurians, which also get cobbled into this Starseed mythos that goes from Mr. Pelly, who was a Nazi who spent time in prison for sedition, who was an all-around piece of garbage. And his ideas get packaged to a little bit cleaner, more presentable by people like Brad Steiger, or Steger, however you say it. I've said both at this point.
Yeah, Bob Seger, got it.
Yeah, who presents similar ideas of extraterrestrial beings breeding with man so that some people are starseeds. They are seeded. He had a test that was like, are you a star seed? Are you a star maiden? So I guess like a star seed in this case was like just a dude, and then you had like a star lady who was like your girlfriend.
That's my star lady.
Then there was like people that were here to be like the helpers of the Starseeds. So, and they also preyed upon the very basic things that cults do, where it's like find people that feel like outsiders, find people that feel lonely or confused about their path in life, and then tell them that they're like the chosen one.
Wait, you're telling me that the people that had like fascist organizations were also doing this with spiritual stuff? Huh.
You'd wait till you hear about there's flying saucers, man.
We haven't even actually talked about aliens yet.
I haven't seen anything that said that Steger was a racist in that way, but
that's a rumor we're starting now.
But when you see the sources that he's drawing from, it's probably not hard to see how this becomes a persistent issue in this group. And I think getting to the quote unquote fun part of this is that as the authority is ripped away, as more people become knowledgeable of this subject, and therefore more people start writing about it, but more importantly, it gets onto the internet where it's no longer in the hands of people writing books and doing workshops. It's now in the hands of anybody who can smack a keyboard around with their Starseed flipper hand.
A strong hand.
And this is where you start seeing... does anybody know about the secret space program? Has anyone heard that fringe conspiracy stuff?
I have, yeah.
Is it ASAN? Is it a NASA? That's all I got. I don't know.
Oh, Gary. Okay, the short version, there was a movie called, or a made-for-TV movie called Alternative 3, which the big reveal is that there was a secret space program that was taking people off-world to survive the coming nuclear war that was going to be instigated by America and Russia. So and then that got sunk in and subsumed by a lot of conspiracy theory people who were like, that's real. That was actually a real thing that's happening. And I know it because I was part of it. And then that gets cobbled.
I'm crazy.
And then this gets cobbled into this gets cobbled into Starseed stuff. So you already have people that are operating on this idea that they are genetic descendants or sometimes spiritual descendants, because already that division starts taking place where it's sometimes people say, oh no, I have alien DNA. Sometimes it's I'm a alien soul. I'm a soul from another star, and I have entered this body. And there's not even a consensus on, does it happen at birth? Is it a reincarnation? Or is it like little Timmy is playing one day and then all of a sudden, I don't care about Mega Bloks anymore. I'm here for a sacred purpose.
Sorry, Mother. I'm on to new, brighter paths.
I have ascended beyond the need for your mere trinkets, Mother.
There is a huge focus on reincarnation and the idea that you come here, you reincarnate a bunch of times, you learn how Earth works, and then you like activate your old DNA.
Okay.
And then you get special access to your old abilities that you had on your home planet.
So this is like Jupiter Rising?
It's New Game Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, you gain access to your hidden psychic abilities, but you also like relive trauma from your old utopian home, your old utopian planet before like the draconian reptilians got to it.
Oh, yes, we forgot to mention, and that we have Pelly to thank for that again. The notion of and David Icke too, to a much more popularizing degree, of the notion that there were other aliens that were evil and bad and spiritually messed up who also got into the mix.
Not Satan.
Using the example that I gave with the Alternative 3 and how that is now, for the record, that one made-for-TV movie kicked off a huge thing. There's some digging to be done on that one little goofy British show TV movie thing. Well, we were talking about this earlier off mic. So much of this in the modern age is like sci-fi media. Well, and that's what I was going to get to. Like, do you guys remember that TV show V or whatever, where the aliens show up and everything's cool, and then it turns out that they're reptiles? It's like, oh, that's where they got it.
Have any of you seen the movie K-Pax?
I don't think I have.
No, I have not.
It is about this dude who is in a mental asylum, and he claims he is from the star cluster Lyra. He basically says that, like, he needs to switch places and send someone to Lyra so he can stay on Earth. And then at the end of the movie, one of the mental patients who is nonverbal gets sent to Lyra, and the only thing left of her are her shoes. But in that movie, they show that he watched his friend die, and it sent him into this episode where he would start claiming he was from Lyra. It's a really, really good movie on like
K-Pax.
the K-Pax.
Wait, it's Kevin Spacey, right?
I don't remember.
I think.
Yeah. This is the one. It's Kevin Spacey and Jeff Bridges. Huh.
I didn't get to see that, but that sounds like a definite on the list.
It's really good.
Sorry, I've just realized this is very similar in a way to our homunculus episode, where we're showing the degradation over time of the way this gets a little wilder and sillier, where it begins with the traditional of the Theosophists of the Golden Dawn, of talking about the celestial powers and spirits, of talking
the
about
ancient
space,
perennial stuff.
Yeah, and it's not that these are better, because they have all their own kinds of different hokey racism, but that goes a bit to what I said about occultism isn't unique. The problems that you will see, well, maybe they're unique in their justifications for it, but it's the same old fucking bullshit of being racist. It's, you don't gotta be a racist, and you damn sure don't gotta come up with like 6 paragraphs justifying it.
You'll understand I'm a Lyran.
But we can see how it goes from these traditional, and then it goes into the new age where people are writing books and doing these occult workshops, and I'm giving you a psychic reading and contacting your past lives when you were an Etruscan or some other kind of big-headed green dude. And when it gets out of the hands of these authors and these sort of stronger personalities, it gets onto the internet, where not to say that there's people like Teal Swan, who's crazy starseed, whatever. There's always people that are going to be popularizing it, but it also turns into this hodgepodge of anybody saying any crazy thing, and everyone wants to just add. It's like, yeah, the guys from the Clone Wars that had the long necks and the weird little golf ball head, yeah, those seem pretty cool. Let's take those. Those are real now.
Those
My
exist.
uncle was one.
I think another reason why that becomes such a popular thing is, I don't know if there's a word for this. It's like the conspiracy idea that the people who are fucking up Earth don't get karmic retribution if they tell you what it is. And
Oh yeah, the informed consent thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's why the Simpsons predicts things, because it's like showing you what they're gonna do or some bullshit like that.
yeah, it's like the freaking reptilians.
The things look like things crowd is big on that. Fuck you, Secret Son.
But yeah, I think that it plays a huge part into this weird amalgamation of lore. It kind of reminds me of like old school, in quotations, like 2 years ago, where AI videos would just be stuff turning into other stuff. It was pretty gross to watch.
It's like that, but it's your fucking psyche.
Yeah, literally. I was trying to research Starseed stuff yesterday. I was watching videos. That's literally how my brain felt.
Just turning my brain into shit.
I
Okay.
love spiritual brain rot.
To compare it to the other big sci-fi spooky religion stuff, like Scientology is a lot of that as well, partly because it takes stuff that like L. Ron Hubbard was writing as fiction at certain points and be like, no, this is actually like a real thing. A lot of that sort of being informed by speculative fiction plays a lot of, because I mean, hell, modern Gnosticism is really influenced by like Philip K. Dick, and so much of his fiction is rooted in that kind of area too. So these sort of ideas have always had an interplay in the spiritual, but it's funny to see it taken to like such a literal degree where they're just like, yes, that episode of Star Trek with the people that had half white faces and half black faces, but they were different. Like that's those guys are real. Yeah, and it goes to the discernment thing we can always harp on. When you're too eager to accept an idea too fast, or when you are gathering around these notions as a shared experience of a community, and no one wants to be the one that says, nah, that is nonsense and you're being a fucking stooge. It's very easy to see how and why these mythologies spiral out of control, especially when you begin coupling them with intense, detrimental even forms of mysticism and spiritual practice. And forms of media too. Oh, and lots of drug use.
Yeah, I would say that like my big discernment catalyst, because I didn't really take any of that seriously. I'm a person that believes, like, I'm really fucking gullible, and I'll admit that. But a huge discernment lesson for me was my whole Starseed journey, because I eventually like ended up having like a huge fucking breakdown. Am I allowed to swear on here? I'm sorry, I've been swearing.
Absolutely not. How fucking dare you?
I'm sorry. The show where we're talking about robbing somebody with a Mr. Potato Head gun of Pokemon cards. But don't say swear. Oh my god! Don't say a naughty word.
My huge discernment
Flint, I'm gonna tell your
catalyst was, dude. I'll swear at you back.
Better not. Fucking
huge...
stop.
The fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, I had a huge fucking mental breakdown, and the Starseed shit was like a huge part of it. Not like all of it. There was a lot of components to this, but like just believing everything, and it really does put you in like, again, the apocalyptic viewpoint of just terror. Like you just become scared of fucking everything.
Flint, if you don't mind, do you want to like give us how you got into it and so forth?
Yeah, drugs are a huge fuel. Big thing.
Yeah, they are.
So I was smoking a lot of weed, and I was not taking care of myself, and I was doing a lot of psychedelics, and I would just sit there. And I think it all started, I was on YouTube, and it was like one of those videos with the big freaking letters, and it would say, if this video finds you, it is meant for you. I think that was my catalyst for the Starseed stuff. I was into magic before and like spiritual stuff, but it wasn't like so sci-fi. I just like dabbled in Wicca and like, those like cheap books you get from the store.
Just stuff, like introductory, getting into it, yeah.
I was definitely one of those people that's like, don't feel like you have a home, always felt like you're different. that's because you're a fucking alien. I was like, that makes so much sense. Like,
I felt like an alien my whole life.
Yeah, literally.
I get it now.
That was my catalyst, and then I started getting into it. Like, I got really, really into it. I don't even know what stories I want to pick. I was on Etsy, and it was like, find out your spiritual teacher. Like, I will draw your guide. And I got like this Arturian, and I was like, oh my god, this links into the videos I was watching.
Now that might be worth touching on for just a second too.
Go
One
ahead.
of the finer points of Starseed culture, whatever, is the plurality. It's not everybody comes from Sirius. Not everyone comes from Pleiades. There's a multitude of aliens that you may potentially, you listener who are most definitely a starseed, have you ever felt lonely? Now let me ask you this: if you haven't eaten in a long time, do you feel hungry? You might be a starseed. In fact, you are a starseed. If you're listening to this right now, you need to fill out this 17-part questionnaire where we're going to tell you which particular alien race you are from.
What is fucking crazy is that when you look at the species and stuff, they're all here to bring the same thing. So, like, it doesn't even matter which one you are, you're here to send consciousness. It's all the same, just like a different picture.
Imagine if you took the test. Imagine if you took the test and you were like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. You're actually like the big bummer alien race.
You're the reptilian. I'm sorry.
It turns out you're
bro, I'm
turns out
sorry.
you're
We did the
like
test. Not even like the reptile. Like you're evil. You're like, oh,
You're
man,
a
this
beta
sucks.
alien.
You're a crab person.
You're a Badian.
Badian.
You're here to get cocked.
That's what the gray aliens, specifically the short ones, the small gray aliens, those are like the beta.
They're here to watch people
alien species
do
that
things
you
they
could
wish
be.
they could do. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because like they're all a part of like a hive mind, like an AI hive mind.
They're observers.
That is, if you got that one, you're basically the cock. But most tests,
yeah.
I don't think have those. They will have the tall gray aliens, which are like the
Like
bigger,
super
stronger
fat.
ones.
That's like Invader Zim. You're in
Oh, yeah.
charge because you're the tallest.
That's literally what it's like.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wonder that
That's
makes me
awesome.
wonder. Did Jonan Vasquez have like some like
He was a
Starseed
starseed.
like inspiration?
He was a starseed,
Oh.
obviously. It could be a
Starseeds
funny
took from that.
Yeah, they,
Oh.
they saw it and they were like, it's the tallest.
Oh my
Put that in the book. Put that in the book right now.
Write that down.
Are
Write
you
that
writing this
down.
down? Yeah, write it down. Write it down.
How many different alien species are there, like, acceptedly,
69.
like, commonly? There's a...
Oh, I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but I know there's probably a minimum of 10.
I do love the
Oh,
idea
wow,
that we're
that
like,
many?
so all these alien species, name them all. Do it now. Do it.
Well, I know there's
No,
there's
you
the
won't.
Pleiades, there's the Palladians, which are basically like, they look like they're from Skyrim.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like elven.
they're like the tall
white.
Nords.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
the Pleiadians, the Arturians, the Greys, the Mantises, the Lyrans. I forget which ones they're called. There's like this water species.
There's the Cardassians.
There's the Reptilians. There's the Draconians. There's the
Klingons.
Syrians. There's Sky Wars, Star Wars. There are so many different kinds.
Andromedans.
Yep, that one.
So it's just like pick a star and then say I'm from there, and then come up with a cool picture. Because
That's
like you
dope.
said, they all do the same stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this is an aesthetic choice. There has to be some sort of psychological appeal too. On one hand, there's ones that appeal to the sort of Aryan great race myth that is established. And I don't want to just be like, oh, everything in Starseed is racist. All right, I'm really not trying to do that.
It's really not. But you got to look at the history.
Yeah, but there is examples. Like there's like the great white hype, and then there's like a mantis or like a lyran, which is like you said, is like a cat, right? It's like a cat person.
Yeah.
You're a Khajiit. If the
Okay, so you can
Palladians
be a furry?
are Nords, then you've got the. So yeah, there's. You can be a bug. You can be a furry. You can be.
Okay, I feel like this is appropriate time to say this. When I was in my Starseed phase, I went to like a psychic fair, and there was one psychic offering Starseed readings. I was like, holy shit. And this is super embarrassing. It was many years ago. I paid her like $220 for this like hour.
Oh, honey.
And I've been
So much money.
Oh, you know what's really funny? I brought my pendulum to that show for whatever fucking reason, and I went to the bathroom and it fell in the fucking toilet.
No.
That was your sign. It was telling you.
I have it. I still have it. I took it out and I cleaned it.
I would use
Anyway.
that pendulum whenever I'm about to make a bad decision.
Warning, incoming terrible audio because Flint stepped away from the mic.
I actually have the notes she gave me. She had the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. And after I saw that deck, I was like, I gotta have it. But when she was giving me the reading, the Mantis card literally jumped out of the table onto my lap. So she like told me some stuff about past lives. The guy I was with me, and she told me about how like we're our souls are intertwined or whatever.
Oh boy. That's
yeah,
another
we were
hard
like
one.
the same person, and then like our souls split off into two things because we're from two different missions.
Interesting.
There's a super intense focus on your mission. Like, what is your purpose on Earth, and like how are you gonna raise the consciousness with your mission?
So it's like your true will. Got it.
Yeah, it is your true will.
Yeah, it's your true will, but if you were an alien.
She gave this to you? Like what your mission was?
No. Actually, well, she talked about how like I was a herbalist doctor inside the pyramids, and
Shit, hell yeah, dude.
I told my dad to listen to me or else he would die, and then he died.
Oh,
and it was,
not hell yeah. Fuck.
She didn't tell me my mission, but she heavily implied that it was healing and medicine.
Huh. So they'll give you the broad strokes so that way you can figure it out on your own. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
that's what I would expect a psychic to do.
Does that make you want to go into medicine?
I am into herbal medicine now.
Oh, cool.
Like, definitely, the Starseed stuff definitely imprinted on me. But when I was doing all this, I was really into art. I've been into art my whole life. So when I would do my freaking Starseed meditations, it was like, you are here to transform the world through art, not medicine. And then I had another meditation where I got blasted onto my spaceship. And I met, like, my soul bestie, basically.
Huh.
And she was on a different planet studying language.
Oh. Like what? Like all
Yeah.
kinds of language, or like a specific language? Like, did they tell you what the language was?
It was something about, like, just communication and language, but she came from, like, a water planet, and she was, like, showing me all these animals that don't exist.
How vivid was it? Was it actually pretty,
like, I have it drawn down, like, one of the animals. It was, like, this ball that when it rolls, it, like, grows freaking plants behind it.
That's cool.
It was,
That's
like,
really
super
cool.
vivid.
How do you contextualize these very profound and vivid experiences after the fact of stepping away from some of this Starseed stuff? And I'm not sure to what extent you hold on to this kind of stuff, and to what extent do you go, oh, this was goofy nonsense. But do you look at these experiences as, oh, this was all just nonsense, or have you found new ways of understanding what you were dealing with?
I have totally found new ways of what I was dealing with. I definitely do think people are talking to things. Like, I have definitely met people where, like, it's definitely just their own brain making shit up. But I do think people are talking to spirits for
Gotcha.
sure. And what you touched on earlier, like, it's spirits that they're presenting themselves in a way that fits into your own paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a shitty thing about the Starseed stuff. It targets a lot of people who have no culture, who have no spiritual background.
Basic
like,
bitches. Yeah.
Raised by atheists, like, who have nothing to hold on to. They have no stories that are grounded in their history. So
that's me. Shit.
Or raised in a Christian background that they ultimately
that was
rejected,
me.
that sort of thing.
I was raised Mormon, and
you were raised Mormon?
Interesting.
I was raised
knew
Mormon
a few
and
Mormons
Catholic.
growing up.
And Catholic. Golly.
That's a twofer.
Yeah, I was like, I was super into church. And I was actually like, dude, I was in fucking Rosary Club as a kid. So instead of like going outside to play, I would pray the Rosary. Like, I've always had like a grasp onto something.
You have a great spiritual impulse.
Yeah.
It's just, where is it being directed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
I see.
A lot of the Starseed stuff that I gravitated around were very animalistic. And like, if you look at my face, I have very cat-like features. And I have the constellation Lyra like in moles on my arm.
Oh shit.
Like literally, yeah. It was really hard to like take a step back from all of this, but eventually, like I said, it looked like that AI art where it just like turns into shit, and then eventually it got so fucking crazy. I was like, none of this fucking makes sense, and I had to take a step back and literally touch grass. Like, building a communication with plants was my saving grace, because regardless if you are like a fucking alien from a different planet, you live here. And there are teachings from Earth that you need to focus on. So, like, talking to plants was, like, literally go touch grass. It saved me out of all of that.
It's almost like you could interpret that as, like, that's the starseed, like you going into herbology, like, you came full circle, right?
Literally.
Like it almost literally was like you had to step back, but then you were also, like, confirming the thing, saying that you're, like, medicine person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not a medicine person. I will never claim to be that. I
just mean like herbology and like the medicinal aspect, like the learned of healing both spiritually and or like physically. Just it feels like you went in a circle, but in like a really interesting way.
I did. When I was in my mental breakdown, everything got so fucking crazy that eventually I had to be like, everything is literally everything. Like,
so true.
Like, literally everything is everything, and full circle.
Where's that Sufjan Stevens songs? We're gonna.
I've talked about it on the show before about my experience of, doing Enoki in the desert, losing my mind for a little while afterwards. And co-host has talked about the play Cosmic Trigger games, get Cosmic Trigger prizes of his Minotaur experience. So I think it says a lot to, and this was a formative experience in your magical work. Both of those were formative experiences in our magical work. I think there is something to the moment where you have to reckon with the complex reality around you, I guess, where these sorts of heavy spiritual experiences have to be integrated back into the world that you're actually living in.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you just go off the rails entirely.
For sure.
We had an opening topic about taking your magic too seriously or something to that effect. And I brought up something that it's one of the only good insights I've ever had on the show on Mike. It's just that in a real way, a lot of the things that I do every day and the things that this podcast are built around are kind of like dumb shit done by crazy people. And you have to just kind of balance that with the very profound spiritual reality that we all kind of inhabit when we start engaging in these practices. And it's a good thing to be able to do that. It's a good thing to be able to understand that, not just in the sense of like being able to laugh at it, but being able to take a step back from it and say like, all right, yeah, I have the Lyran constellations on my arm. I have very cat-like features, but in a certain sense, like, this is some wacky things and I need to go get closer to something in the world around me, that the world of consensus, at least. And for you, that was being able to find a different way of engaging in spirituality by engaging with nature.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, that was being able to step back from magic as this big, heavy, metaphysical experience and kind of ground myself into the philosophy and the ideas behind it and kind of understand the logical import of where these ideas come from and how they're set up. So you just need something that you can get away from the overwhelming crisis that is the spiritual experience. Cordell West has a quote about, it's like being too in love. You gotta, take a step back, get a drink of water, wash your ass. Like, and certainly, because if you spent all day, every day living in the cosmic struggle on the battlefield of the spirit, you'd be fucking dead. You know?
I just want to say something to the audience. If being a starseed is a part of your practice, I am not shitting on you. I fucking get it, obviously. Just take a step back sometimes, and definitely ground yourself in some real, like, spiritual practice that has been practiced for many, many, like, thousands of years. Like, you need to step into something that's, like, ancient rather than what the YouTube video says.
Something that has some substance to it.
Also, like, if you're using it with white supremacy, like, I won't respect that.
Sorry, what was that?
Like if it's like rooted in white supremacy, like isn't that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, that's not for the Nazis there.
Yeah, I have met people in real life who genuinely think that, like, if you are of a darker skin tone, you are, like, a part of this race. And
what the fuck?
If you're gonna take the starseed shit seriously, really think about it. And, like, it is about souls, not about skin. It shouldn't have anything to do with your skin.
Also, it's about fucking stars. Like, we're talking about alien stuff now at this point. People, why is color of skin about it? Anything.
We're talking about 10 plus races of spiritual enlighteners coming to the planet to raise consciousness, and you're gonna be like, pass this tone check, brother. I'm sorry.
The paper bag says no. Sorry.
The Peter Griffin photo.
Yeah,
of, like, the skin.
But it's all like cool ass alien names.
Looking a little Octurian, aren't you, son? I think going back to the point that I was sort of making earlier is that, one, the archetype is not the archetypal image. I do think that these experiences that people are having, there's always going to be people that are making shit up. There's always going to be people that have no discernment. So the slightest flight of fancy is going to be a profound spiritual thing for them. And, those people are going to be a dime a dozen. And that's not a starseed problem. That's just a people problem.
I was one of those people.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You need to develop. We need discernment. If you're going to play around with things that are quite wobbly, like spiritual experiences, you need to have some discernment. But I do think that by and large, a lot of these people are engaging in, these sort of, whether it's these meditation practices, these imaginal, these visualization practices, these are things that are, this is magic. This is stuff that people do as part of these practices quite often and get pretty damn good results. So I think that in a way, these people are experiencing something quite real. I keep having this Terence McKenna quote in the back of my head where it says, we're so alienated that when you come into contact with the human soul, with your own soul, you can't understand it and you think it's from another star system.
Oh yeah,
maybe that's something, maybe there's something to be said about that. But I do think these people are having real experiences, and the dressing that we put them up in, and the fact that they, in some form or fashion, are just as easy to be interpreted in a negative fashion, in a way that doesn't enlighten us, in a way that doesn't elevate us, in a way that doesn't challenge our preconceptions, but instead reinforces them. I do think that there is something to be said about, in the way that we're describing, like my Minotaur incident and Enochian in the desert and the Starseed thing that you went through, is that we get caught up in the chattering of Karunzan, who's saying because, why, and it's this part of our brains that really wants an answer, but instead of developing an answer, we just find as many connections as possible, and then everything is everything, and in our struggle to try to discern some sort of meaning through what we're going through, we're just Charlie with the board with the strings and push pins, and it's all this far-reaching conspiracy that's gobbledygook and means nothing to anybody, especially us, and that's how you end up breaking yourself.
And I think in a way that's where these ornate sort of mythological structures come from, where they're taking stuff from Star Trek, and they're taking stuff from Stargate, and they're taking stuff from Star Wars, and they're taking stuff from who knows what other shows begin with star. And it's because of this desire to build it, to get as much data as possible and cram it together into something that is going to make sense. And it just ends up making us more alienated than when we started.
Yeah, totally. Also, like, the starseed thing, if you're neurodivergent and you actually, like, have a really hard time fitting in, you feel like you don't have a home, that kind of thing, it feels really nice to be told you have a home somewhere away, and that's why you feel weird, and that you're actually here to have a purpose and save people and
Having
do
that
good things. Like,
resolution.
it just feels good. And
it's
that's just
appealing.
like an ego trap. And you start thinking you're above everybody. And
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I feel like get into spirituality because they feel disconnected and alienated from the people around them. And I mean, a large part of that, to your point earlier about like people that are raised in like Christian households that they don't feel connected to, or they're raised by cool kid atheists who are too cool for school and laugh at people when they buy the little prayer charms and stuff. A lot of these people are disconnected from the sort of ground that community and society used to give you. We can argue about whether or not it's a good thing, but at a certain point, even in, the continent that we're on, that it was a pretty commonly accepted thing that everyone was going to be a Christian, and they were going to kind of all have the same sort of rituals and things that brought them all together, at least in the sense of where they felt they belonged in a greater cosmic sense, right? Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing ultimately is another argument, but at least it was something that brought people together. Nowadays, you feel just increasingly alienated on a spiritual level if you're not a part of some larger shared tradition. A lot of the online community for occultism, whether in the particular bend of like Starseeds or even in Chaos Magic, is that we are trying to surround ourselves with a community of people that at least have somewhat similar ideas to how we feel about the universe and our purpose in it and the greater why questions of the world.
I had a point and it blanked out. Shit.
I'm sorry I talked too much.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's crazy that spirituality is supposed to be like everything is connected, and then there's some parts of it, like the Starseed stuff, where it just like becomes so alienated. Not everything is connected because you're from like a freaking different planet. You're really not connected.
You freak.
You can't sit with us, you're a Lyran. Well, and it's
Sorry, we only allow Huffy Puffles and Zinc.
It's
sorry.
What it is it's a reminder that if you are engaged in any sort of spiritual magical practice and it is not making your world more expansive, but at the same time, if it's not making you closer to the present moment that you are in, then perhaps it isn't serving you. Perhaps it is something that is becoming an impediment to your own progress. There was a example that I was given about Buddhist monks, right? Particularly in sort of Zen traditions and things like that, but talking about how the student might start going off about some experience during the meditative process, and the master would just stop them and say, "Hey, go stir the rice real quick. We need more firewood. Will you go get that?" And it would, these calls to reorient our focus onto where we are in this embodied experience. Even if you do believe with great conviction that your soul originates out in the stars and that you might be here for some grand mission, for that mission to be successful, what you need is to be here amongst the rest of all of these people that you're so desperate. If your goal is that you're supposed to save the world, you should have a deep, visceral connection with the world you're in, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I think any spiritual practice should be like that. You should not be looking at this world as if it's something to be fled from, for you to pull up your hood on your wizard robe, or it's not something for you to Om Mani Padme hum your way through until it's over. If you're going to engage in these practices, you should really see in what ways you are integrating them and in which ways they are making your life more connected. Not in that way where we turn everything into a cork board covered in string, but connected in the way that you are living, breathing, and experiencing the world that you're in. Sound way too preachy, but it's what I got.
No, it's
also,
true.
I'm pretty sure I would be a mantis. Mantises are really dope.
Yeah, when I was in my Starseed stuff, I was really connected to the mantises. After I kind of came out of it, I got really into animal spirits and connecting with different animal spirits. I just got connected to the mantis spirit. I'm pretty sure that spirit animals are a closed practice. I'm not going to speak on that, but you definitely
can still have a connection with an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to be indigenous. It's indigenous cultures got spirit animals, so they're the only ones that can do magic that involve animals.
Animals
Sorry,
are here,
guys.
and we are people, and we live with animals.
My spirit animal is an AI monkey put into that town. Oh no! Look, he's culturally appropriating. Someone get him.
That's not a real starseed monkey.
Draconian monkey.
Winston!
With the potato ray gun.
I still became super connected with the animals I was connecting with during that experience, like cats and bugs. But I've always been connected to bugs and cats, but I started coming at it from a different angle. And ironically, what helped me kind of get out of it was connecting with spider spirits. Because spider spirits kind of teach you that everything is everything. And I kind of got to see reality as a web and how every part is connected.
Co-host and I are very big on spiders.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Zaragwan. Shout out to Anansi. But I do think that you're really onto something in the idea of finding new metaphors, finding new perspectives and new framings for these experiences.
It's incredibly healthy to look at things that challenge your brain. If you just keep feeding yourself the same reality tunnel, it's not going to lead you down a good path. You need to challenge yourself even if you don't want to.
Yeah, every fucking day.
It can only benefit you to challenge what you're dealing with. And I think that the way you approached it did. I don't think you woke up and you're like, you know what? All this Starseed stuff sucks. I'm going to throw it all away. I'm going to try something else. But instead, you did go at it from, let me work on different perspectives. Let me look at different ideas. I am still attempting to be an agent and a practitioner in this particular spooky woo-woo territory, but let me just find a new perspective. Let me find a different way of telling this story to myself about what I'm experiencing. And that can be, at least for you, it seems like it's been very beneficial. It's gotten you where you're not losing your mind right now, at least.
I don't think I am.
You think you're on a podcast.
Actually, you're not really even on a podcast. This is not actually even really happening, but...
I forgot to eat my cheese with antipsychotics.
It sucks because I gotta hide my antipsychotics in the cheese, but I'm the one that has to hide it in the cheese, so I know it's there.
I want to say something to the audience. Here is if you are having a really insane spiritual experience and you are really struggling with your mental health, and you get recommended antipsychotics, the way to tell if what you are experiencing is real or not is if you take the antipsychotics and you're still experiencing them.
There you
That's
go.
what happened to me, because I was
Good
still
argument.
experiencing stuff, but I was medicated. And that kind of showed to me that this isn't all in my head, something is happening. But certain components did go away.
The antipsychotics aren't gonna ruin your magic. It's safe. It's okay.
Yeah. The paranoia went away, so that was obviously something that my brain just wasn't doing.
You're just really chilling with it. You're like, check out these fucking aliens, dude.
I never
Like-
would have thought of that. It's a struggle for me because there are a lot of people that are neurodivergent or have, various mental health issues in the occult community. I'm just not one of them. I mean, I have my own mental
I'm
health
built different.
problems, I'm sure, but yeah,
It requires
couldn't be
different pills.
depression, couldn't be me. But I just meant I've never had mental health issues in a way that required me to, like, I had a little bit of therapy at one point in my life, but that was, like, I was young and stuff, but I never had like major psychotic breaks. Like, even when I joked about this, it's like when I lost my mind doing Enochian in the desert, I was still going about my day job and doing everything and being fine. It was just that I would come home and be like, for about 8 hours until like, all right, time to go be normal.
It was very much like the Philip K. Dick Vallis type experience. At least for me, it was still managing your life in a relatively orderly fashion. You were still doing the things that were required of you. You weren't getting carted off somewhere. I maintained my job, my relationships, and all this stuff. But on an existential level, you're just crumbling. The ground is dropping out from underneath you, and you don't know what the hell you're going to do anymore. And it's funny because you're having these crazy, wild insights, and you're doing lots of magic, and you're listening to lots of books and reading lots of things, trying to find these snippets because there's some secret little kernel of knowledge that's going to explain it all, and you're going to know exactly what all of this means, and it's going to be so great, and it never comes. And you just keep going more and more insane. But then, like,
It's just like chasing gnosis.
yeah, chasing it in a way that it's like you're like, if you like, I think that metaphor of like, if I just cram enough data into this one spot, it's gonna it's like what we do with large language models, where we just keep keep feeding them stuff, and eventually it's gonna think like a person. And it's like, man, I can't even think like a person. But it's an odd one to be going about your life, and then at the same time internally you're just going, you've just gone around the bend, and it's like, and then, but maybe there's something you said, the nature of insanity, where it's, you're not really crazy until you're bothering people.
Literally.
Oh no.
Now once you're an inconvenience, first you're eccentric, then once you're an inconvenience, then it's like you need the white coat. You're a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
Go get in the paddy wagon.
All right, in the basket.
I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop. We've had a lot to say about this in a lot of different directions, but if Flint would have us, I have found a list of 32 different types of starseeds, and perhaps as a Patreon bonus, we could maybe sit and do like a tier list or something. Oh my god,
Starseed
tier list.
Iceberg video.
Oh yeah, break down all 32 of them.
That sounds amazing.
Oh man. Okay, maybe
Look
that'll
forward
be
to
coming
that,
for
listeners.
maybe that'll be coming for the
I gotta do
Patreon
some
people
research.
soon.
I gotta understand what we're dealing with.
Bracket.
All right, well now it's time for the palate cleanser of the show, where we get to ask, how goes the work? Flint, you're the guest. How's the work going? What are you doing as far as your practice?
I am exercising my skill that when I can't handle it, I take a step back.
Hey,
That's pretty good.
In like the magic sense. That's why I have been so hyper focused on Pokemon lately. I find in winter I'm doing a lot of reading, and then in the summer I like start doing more stuff.
I feel that you get really contemplative in the winters and stuff. I've noticed that a slight bit from doing this show, that in the winter I do tend to, because what I do is like towards the holidays, they start, once we get into like the December area, I'm just doing a whole lot of like seasonal celebration magic, essentially, right? Like I'm just doing a lot of like getting in touch with, the solar new year, all that kind of good stuff. Like that's really what I'm just trying to feel like I'm a part of sacred time.
I did that too this year.
Yeah, and it's really good. The problem with that is you come out of it into January and just kind of like, fuck, what am I doing? And which is where I've been at for the most of the month. Especially, I've been really busy at this month for some reason. But so I don't have a whole lot going on with outside of just my regular daily practice type stuff. I also am doing a whole lot of reading, and I kind of am developing a weird idea that my head's not really fully wrapped around it, but I'm trying to understand the best way to approach the idea of working with fictional characters. I'm finally breaking myself of my big pop magic is kind of hokey issues. The only way I've been finding to do it is having a really different conception of what I'm doing, rather than the more common ones where you get stuff you can invoke Superman as a solar god, and it's it's the different glazing on top of whatever this entity is. So I'm kind of getting what I think is at least an interesting idea of trying to understand how these characters can be effective in a magical sense while still being fictional. I don't know. It has a lot to do with fucking Hegel and bullshit like that, so I'm not going to go into the boring philosophy side of it, but that's kind of where my brain is at, and I'm trying to figure out what I should do working wise to kind of see if it works, I guess. But yeah, that's all I got going on. Co-host, what are you doing?
I'm doing a lot of exploration between Henry Corbin's Henry Corbin, if you're gonna read it like an American. But Corbin's idea of the mundus imaginalis, the imaginative realm, which he believed was just as real, and it was the territory, not simply making images in your head, but that true space of imagination for humans was akin to the Barzakh, the liminal space between gross matter and pure abstraction of idealized forces. And I think Carl Jung discussing the idea of archetypes as prehistoric and transpersonal forces can speak to that in a way. But I also, it's something that I've come to terms with a lot, where we've made the critique of people like Alan Moore viewing magic as sort of just goofy experiences in your head. And I think maybe a different way of framing that and approaching it is understanding that these imaginative experiences are just as real as anything that happens to us. They are a reality in and of themselves to be reckoned with, and there's no reason to suppose that because something simply happened in one space of your world that it doesn't carry over. By the very nature of I experienced it, I have to carry the memories. I have to carry the experience with me because it's something that happened, but there's no reason to think that it might not touch the world in ways that I can't point to readily. And I'm not looking for newfangled explanations, but just sort of maybe looking and understanding these new ideas, or new to me at least, in ways that present practical application. And as far as the imagination, Blake knew it. Heidegger said the imagination was the source of all knowledge.
Ah, damn it. You already, I have the quote right here because I was going to talk about it. The transcendental power of imagination is hence the ground upon which the inner possibility of ontological knowledge, and with it that of metaphysica generalis, is built.
Blake and Heidegger to, like I said, Alan Moore and Steve Moore and their whole very explicit moon and serpent temple, that sort of art, imagination, magic. It's presented in a lot of spaces by a lot of people. Corbin's example is infinitely fascinating for me. But and then Carl Jung again, very, who I've gone back and forth on Jung, but it's his work, I believe, is undeniable at this point. We can squabble over the philosophical or the psychological implications, but for what he did, his methods, undeniably effective and interesting. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, at least.
Gary, what about you?
Truly light reading. Not to anti that at all, but I've been listening to that Austin Osman Spare biography thing that you showed me, co-host. It's been really interesting to kind of get my mojo vibing, just kind of keeping it in the headspace most of the day. So
yeah, Spare's a really inspiring person. Like if you want to feel like doing, doesn't even matter if it's particularly spooky, but if you want to go like do a creative venture, just read about Spare for like 5 minutes and you're like, I'm gonna go do some shit.
Yeah, dude's fucking wild. I like the standoffishness, honestly. It's like very artist, but not in like a pretentious way, if that makes sense.
Very artist, but he sort of hated the world.
He hated everybody.
Yeah. All
Awesome.
right. Well,
Flint, would you be upset if I generate an AI image of that little guy that you said bothered you for years?
No, I'm gonna recommend you not do it.
You're gonna let him out. You're gonna be bothering you now. It's gonna be your problem. You're gonna be mad about it.
I mean, I didn't already do it, and I'm definitely deleting it now. But whatever. I mean, like,
oh no,
just kidding.
Oh
just
no.
kidding.
With that,
this has been Chaos Magic News,
the only
podcast.
Oh, sorry, I was muted and I didn't know.
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know how long I was muted for.
Were we just talking over you then the entire time? Where you were like, I'm sorry. Like what?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
That's not your fault. That's my fault. Oh my god.
Okay.
Do
Do you want Gary to make Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, and I wanted to say that I'm borrowing my buddy's Austin Osman Spare book, and I read like a little bit of it. I was like, wow, and then I put it down. I have this habit of reading things that are really heavy and just putting them down for a long, long time. I've been reading this one book for like years.
Like, how thick of a book are we talking?
It's tiny. It's tiny. It should not. It should not. I have a lot of books that I like circulate through. That takes me time, but this is how I operate.
Oh no, I don't fucking.
That's actually
I have
how
5
I read
books going on, and they're going to be done next year. Like.
Yeah, literally. It's funny. I start a bunch of books, and then I'm reading all these books for so long, and then I stop. They all start to end around the same time.
Just converge in the mind. They're like, all these thoughts. I can do it all. I can see beyond the veil.
All right. Well, with that, this has
This
been
has
Chaos
been
Wait,
Magic.
real
Chaos
quick. Hold on,
Magic
guys.
News.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to say one more thing. If you guys don't subscribe to the Patreon, we're going to be a little
doing the
upset.
shill. Calm down.
We are getting to the Patreon.
Okay. I just wanted to interrupt you one more time, if I'm being honest. I can't think of anything else to say.
If you
Really?
were a real Starseed, you would donate to the Patreon.
Yeah, if you were cool and a real starseed and also not a bad person, maybe not
So
even a
now we
baby,
need comedic law of threes. We need something that's going to interrupt us a third time, right?
Well, just try to do it, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, with all of that said,
Okay, but with that said,
this has been Chaos Magic News, the only podcast that's actually wrapping up this time. If you too would like to know just what type of alien hybrid you are, you might be able to find out at chaosmagicnews.com, where we've got links to the pod episodes, links to our interview series, which we're, beginning of the year, we're going to start ramping them up again. You might find the occasional article for your perusal. If you'd like to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook and Instagram at Chaos Magic News. We are also on Blue Sky at CMN Pod, because I guess our mission on this planet is still to get that handle back.
The writers of Animorphs will hear about this. And I'm fucking, they don't even know what's going
Oh
on.
man, I didn't even go off on my spiel about Animorphs yet, guys. God, we got a whole nother hour. Never mind. Podcast isn't over. But no,
Rules of 4 now, baby.
if you didn't hear it enough
through the episode, or if we've really touched your little alien heart and you want to support this show, you could find our Patreon, and for $5 a month, you could support the objectively best occult podcast on the net today. You're also going to get access to a bunch of exclusive bonus features. We did the iceberg that wrapped up. I think we're going to do I really think we're going to do this like a tier list or a breakdown of all 32 of these.
Oh no,
we
we're
got
definitely
talking
doing
about.
that.
We should put them into Mugen and make them all fight.
Oh no, that's genius. Zoetic grimoire reading. There's the thing about the chi balls. There's watch-alongs where we did the satanic law enforcement instruction video. There's all kinds of goofy stuff. There's going to be something there that'll give you some
post
jollies.
a picture of my face in a new bathroom every other day. It's exclusive.
If it's not up today, it must be the other day.
Yes. Yeah.
And not only that, but you get your name read right here.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Cios93. Thank you, Pope Loki Sater, the 23rd LLC. Thank you, Supremely. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Acolyte 1 of the Ice Magic Meditation Society. Thank you, Cursed T. Thank you, Fyodor Krasny. Thank you, Venus Christ. Thank you, Tent Athena. Thank you, Bearded Vegan. Thank you, Tremov. Thank you, Tanky Darling. Thank you, DD Destruction. Thank you, Toziel Obscurus. Thank you, Lavender Ghost. Thank you, Tommy Kelly. Thank you, Clodius. Thank you, Cyrenix Flux. Thank you, Eric the Wizard. Thank you, Marcio Mendoza. Thank you, Archaic. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Sneaky Llama. Thank you, Melius. Thank you, Coffin Emoji, Sparkle Emoji. Thank you, Eli Cash. Thank you, Deborah McPherson. Thank you, Roan of Birch Groves. Thank you, me. Thank you, Incomes Clot. Thank you, Frog from Chrono Trigger. Thank you, Eamon Nux. Thank you, Benny Adeline. Thank you, Labzod. Thank you, Flint Dibble. Thank you, Tara. And thank you, Helicon.
Gonna edit that in later. And yep.
Please keep that in though. like keep it delayed, and then just gonna edit that in.
And just so you guys know, I mean that list has gotten
so many
three people longer since the last episode, and
thank you all so much for supporting this show. You
the
truly
support is
make this
fucking insane.
Yeah, it's
y'all are cool cats and good peoples.
We have the best community of folks supporting what we do. We love every single one of you. With consent, we come and we kiss your forehead while you're sleeping because we love you so dang much. You're so worth it.
Wait.
One of you is
also,
better than the rest, though, but I'm not going to tell you who.
Oh, well, you'll figure it out. You'll know. But also, Jack Frostcast coming back in a big way. So get fucking
hopefully by the time this
excited.
episode comes out, the last episode will have come out. So hope
and
you're
then
enjoying
the next
that.
episode will have also come out.
God, I hope so.
And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's not an affirmation. It's a demand. You're going to love it.
And of course, if you want to come just hang out with us and tell us, like, hey, I don't have any money for you, but I do have some very questionable things that I could say to you about my opinions on Starseeds.
Yeah, the Discord is open to the public. Come on in. And
you can see Flint Dibble there.
Yeah,
famed
Flint Dibble is in the
archaeologist
podcast.
Flint Dibble
Yeah.
hangs out in our Discord quite often. Sometimes
all day, every day.
Sometimes they talk about their spooky magic ideas with us. Sometimes they talk about Pokemon cards. It's a fun time.
Oh, Flint, would you like to plug your meme page or no?
No.
Okay.
It's just
let the bodies be
mystery.
buried. All right.
It's at Graham Hancock.
Oh man. Okay. Well, with all of that said, who wants the last word?
Well, no, first we just want to say, Flint, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so much fun.
Absolutely.
This is one of the best
Thank you
episodes
guys.
we've ever had.
I love Chaos Magic News so much. I love it.
Oh God.
Oh.
Happy to have you,
I-
and
thank
it's truly
you
a
guys.
good vibes all around. There we go.
Well,
I didn't
you'll
know-
Can't wait to have you on again.
We've already contracted you into doing the Starseed breakdown on the Patreon with us, so we'll have to figure out that at some point. But thank you so much for coming on. And now,
Thank
because
you.
Flint is the guest, Flint, would you like the last word?
Yippee! That's my last word.
Flynn, I can't believe you just, dude. I'm sorry. Like, we had a really good run, but like, we gotta That's fucking crazy what you just did. I cannot believe.
All right, everyone.
Kennedy, are you
thank
serious
you
right now
listening.
with this shit, dude? Like, this is fucking.
Said thank you for listening. We will see you next time. Bye bye.
And now we present CMN Outtake Theater.
Every time I try to quit cigarettes, whenever I'm doing like a magical thing, it gets like 1,000 times stronger and more accurate. Unfortunately, I love cigarettes, and my friend left his vape here yesterday, so unfortunately for him, it's in my hands.
Say up, now it's mine.
You guys are so lucky, because if I could just quit smoking fucking cigarettes, I would be way better at this magic shit. Y'all better watch
if I
out.
had any self-control, I would be so strong.
Watch me lock in, and then you put like 2 zines in your mouth.
He thinks I'm talking to him, but I'm not, and he just like starts screaming, so
He's
he
what?
would just like start yelling.
Yes, that is what cats do.
I mean, he's a cat, and I'm from Lyra, and he's from Lyra, so it only fucking makes sense.
It's just the pack.
Oh, the cat is
pack
also a
knowledge.
starseed. That's awesome.
I talked to my cat like he's a person. I was like, are you a starseed? Are you a fucking starseed? I was doing that to him last night.
Oh
my God.
I am.
See, I don't have to worry about that because I know exactly where all of my pets have come from. The trash. Hell. Oh, okay. Like all of them clearly came from the underworld to test me.
He had Grok out, and he was like talking to Grok, and then he switched it to like girl Grok, and he was literally like he was calling it mommy, and it was so hypersexual. I cannot believe he was getting away with it.
Like in public?
Yes.
Jesus.
In front of all of us. And then I was joking with him. I was like, you should buy the anime girl Grok. He pulled out his card and it fucking declined.
If it's like 33 degrees, like not even frozen, schools are canceled. We're not going to school.
Oh, yeah, just because it's way too fucking cold.
Yeah, they don't know how to fucking handle it. They don't know. I'm serious. It's legit. Like, and not like, they're
mental
fucking
breakdown.
But it is like, it legit is like, oh,
It's
fuck
a
this.
stay home and
this
make cocoa
apocalypse now.
advisory.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. In my hometown, that happened a few times growing up, where it was like, oh shit, it's like 20 degrees outside, guys. We can't. Schools are out for a minute. Like we gotta wind back. Hold on.
Everyone get you a blankie right now.
Yeah, everyone needs Snuggie and hot cocoa. This is a cocoa emergency.
Like, imagine being 7 and your mom is like, you have to save the world. You were born to save the planet.
Clark
No pressure.
Kent's parents, like... Yeah.
I'm so nervous. Holy shit.
You're fine.
it'll
You're
be
gonna be
fine.
totally fine.
It's
just
not a
do what you
live
did
show,
now.
relax.
Hey, just don't be like as racist as you usually are, okay? Like, just wind it down a little bit.
Look, we all feel that way about the
Maybe, like-
Albanians, but just chill out a little bit.
I saw this post and it was like this drug dealer and this dude who didn't know it was like, how do I fucking word that? I don't know. Basically, this dude was being really homophobic and he was like, can I lace someone with estrogen and turn them into a woman? And he was like seriously asking this.
What the
Like, how can I?
Like, can I just do it like as a goof to them? Like, they're my best friend. I love them. I just want to make
No,
them
the
a
guy
woman.
who wanted to buy the drugs was like being super homophobic, and he was like, "I hate this dude. Can I
That's
just turn him
awful.
into a chick?"
Wait, so what is the through line so that they can what's the so they'd still hate
I
him
think he
if
just
they're a
hates
woman.
women and assumes that it would be a bad thing to make someone a woman.
Oh,
No, I
The guy
think
was
maybe
just
it's-
being super homophobic, and because he's homophobic, he thought it'd be
So
funny
he's
if he turned
hoping
him
like
into a
maybe,
chick.
yeah, if I make you into a trans woman, like it will unseat all of this homophobia, or it will be like just desserts for you. Like that's what you get.
That's
I think it
Wow.
would just be really distressing to a homophobic person. Why am I growing tits?
Yeah.
Until they're like way into it. It's an apex. You know, you hit a point of hatred, then all of a sudden you're like, I'm way fucking into this now.
They were talking about occultism, and then his friend just starts talking about how like Coors is woke, like the beer. And they're like, my friend was like, "Hey, can we bring this back to the topic?" And the guy got so angry, he got up and left, and he hasn't talked to him since then.
We can't talk about whores. Okay, fuck me then.
What a weird hill to die on.
Can't talk about the woke left.
Austin Osman Spare did that shit when he had something he wanted to happen, and he'd be like, all right, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette until this happens.
Fuck.
And it was the idea of like, one as like sort of the token sacrifice, but also the idea of like the unconscious really wants to smoke the cigarette, so it's going to make the thing happen.
Oh yeah.
That's actually so cool. Oh my god.
So I'm pretty sure that like the way I'm feeling, it's gonna like dismantle capitalism just so I can have a fucking smoke again.
So I fixed all of democracy's problems, and I got a pack of ports. Here we go.
Yeah, the boys are out of Minneapolis, and now I got a pack of parliaments. I dismantled the entire socioeconomic apparatus of the globe just so I could have one Newport short.
Ooh, a short? Stop it. Stop.
Newport short in the plastic box, bro.
You guys have menthols? You're so lucky.
Y'all don't have menthols?
What do you guys get, like the ones with like the babies with rotten teeth on them, right?
Yeah, we get the evil cigarettes, and on the cigarette butt it says poison in every puff.
That's fucking awesome.
That's metal
got like gore on it.
No wonder you want to smoke.
If you have a picture of Flint Dibble, can you like put some ticks on him?
Oh yeah.
I traded a fucking Pokemon card for Pokemon Yellow and the Game Boy Advance in elementary school.
That's dope. That's a good trade.
Wow.
That's a lot better than I traded my mom's $150 for a shitty Executor card that I was supposed to use for pictures that she gave me. And I got my ass beat like a fucking...
Did you get to keep the Executor?
Nah, man, I think she ripped it up. It was all fucking lost. It was all a bad time.
Oh, look at this tiny little baby that got left at your job. You gotta take her home. She's gonna die. Her mama abandoned her. Cut to a year later, this menace is cannonballing across my house, knocking chairs over in the middle of the night.
Cigarette in mouth.
Clawing me in the face. Taking money out of my wallet.
She is so cute, though. She's like adorable little. I love She's
her.
like short, like medium hair,
Imagine
right?
like an angsty teacher, like fucking has eyeliner on. You're like, no, you can't go to the concert tonight, and she like sneaks out in the middle of the night and steals your wallet.
God, this is why mom fucking left. Oh. Cool. Canadian Cats Can Jump is the new movie coming out.
Everybody knows Canadian Cat Jump. Yeah, can't jump. All they know is milk and
Can't jump.
I have all dressed chips because we're in a Canada mood today.
Ooh, I do love
is
a good
that
all dressed.
Canadian thing?
Yes, it is.
It is.
We have ketchup chips here. I know that's like a big thing.
You see, that's what drives me bonkers because I love ketchup chips.
We have them sort of sometimes here. They're more. They're not as regional.
I saw poutine chips.
Whoa.
What?
Do they have gravy? Like if you open them, are like sopping wet because they've just been sitting
That's
in gravy.
disgusting.
That's good.
Just a big old wad of fucking starch and love.
No, it's like one
This soda
giant
comes in
cheese
and
curd
buys
just
it.
shoved in there. No, it's like it's almost like salt and shake, except you gotta like add boiling water into the chips.
Like prison tamales and
So
shit.
you just get like this. You get like the seasoning packet, and you throw it on the chips, and then you gotta dump the hot water in and seal the bag back up like you're in prison.
I guarantee you that that's a real product that someone's doing in Japan.
No, it's a real thing that we do in prison.
No, I know
it's a
that.
real thing that's
I'm just
going on in
like,
American prisons.
I'm well
I'm
aware.
gonna show you
of
how to make I'm gonna show you how to make poutine jailhouse style.
jailhouse style. Come with me.
It's a guy cutting cheese out the cheese and the orange cheese crackers. It's a dude with a bag of Lay's potato chips. He just dumps hot water in it and like beef flavored ramen packet, and then he gets like the cheese pack, like he gets like the squeezed cheese and just like dots it. I like things having a proper place and things not just thrown everywhere.
I'm like looking at my desk and there's like crackers and Pokemon cards and markers everywhere.
Y'all would be so upset if you saw what I live in.
Oh my god, this cheese and cracker thing is from the USA.
Oh, snap.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess you could say welcome to the Americas,
Oh, you know what that means? It's American cheese.
Oh, yeah. Which is cheddar with sodium sorbate.
Which is not cheese anywhere
It
else.
is not cheese. It's what I have, though. I had a dream 2 days ago that I was in jail.
Uh-oh.
And I had to smuggle drugs in, but it wasn't because I wanted to do the drugs. I just knew they had, like, a lot of value.
You were just capitalist about it.
I had a dream. I thought this was going to be like, I had a dream that I was in prison and I had to smuggle in the stuff so that we could make the jail cake.
I had 3 liters of
prophesized
lard on
the
my person. I won't say where.
I was smuggling in the drugs just so I could buy some damn poutine. You know how expensive that shit is in the jailhouse, Pin?
The universe brought me this vape so I could focus on the podcast.
Thank you,
It's all coming
universe.
together. You know what's crazy? Kidney beans are phenomenal for your liver. So why aren't they, that's
Why
fucked
they
up.
got liver beans? Is that what you're saying?
And they look
No,
like
why aren't
your
they called liver
liver.
beans?
Is this a coincidence? I don't think so.
I think it's a fucking, I think it's really a psyop.
My psyop beans. My daily psyop beans.
That's a guy just taking fucking goddamn antipsychotics.
Doctor said I have to take my my fancy beans.
Hiding antipsychotics in a little piece of American cheese.
Oh, yes. The Canadian way to ingest the medicals.
Free healthcare. All our medication comes in cheese.
They have to sneak it to you like dogs.
Smuggling my American friends' healthcare by putting the pills in the little cheese. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Canada and I'm gonna rob them with the Mr. Potato Head gun to get the healthcare. There's a joke here about like puppy girls and like force femming them by hiding the estrogen in the piece of cheese.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
There's a joke here somewhere.
The first snowfall we had, there were there was 500 accidents, and I think like 20 of them were hit and runs.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Just
jeez.
standing there like, you live here. How do you not know this?
I can't even have the crackers because they have gluten in them.
Oh god!
So I just have to suffer while I enjoy the crackers and cheese.
Well, I'm not gonna eat them. I have my own gluten-free crackers. They're rice cracker.
Oh.
Rice
I've been doing a
crackers
lot
are
of
off the chain.
cottage cheese, like based breads and
Rice
stuff.
cracker is what they call me now that I have decided to become Chinese.
Rice cracker.
I'm a starseed, and I ascended from China.
I'm a starseed. I'm a Korean.
Another thing I wanted to say that I didn't want on the podcast was
No, that's the problem. Bast doesn't have an ounce of angst in her body because nothing bad has ever happened to her. Nothing bad that
She's
she
just
remembers.
really vibing all the time.
That's the one bad thing that happened in her life was her mama abandoning her. Everything after that has been fucking gravy. She's gone to bed with a full belly and warm, and everyone loves her even when she does annoying pain in the ass stuff. She was talking about how I feel I'm really concerned that like after we do this, some crazy Starseed kid is just gonna like join the Discord and just be like, "Where's Flint? I need to tell them how wrong they are." And then I was like,
I don't care
God,
about your
even
magic
worse, they're
sorcery.
gonna think it's the real Flint Dibble and go hunt this fucker down, and he's gonna be so used to just talking to crazy people because of the Joe Rogan episode that he's not even gonna realize what's going on. And you're like, "Oh yeah, definitely said that."
I thought if I got a cease and desist, I would just turn into Graham Hancock. And then if it keeps going further, I'm gonna be Joe Rogan.
Go ahead and pull that up real quick for me, would you?
How would you even consistently do it? Like, you'd have to be sneaking into the cheese. And I feel like they figure it out eventually. You're like, why are you giving me cheese every day, Rick? No reason. I hate you.
No reason. I hate you, man. Keep eating.
Why you keep giving me cheese?
Do that, or they got like crazy good blow dart skills.
Oh my god.
They just
Blow
walk around with them.
dirty estrogen into your homie. As a prank.
I just keep getting bee stings.
It's like a really shitty YouTube thumbnail. It's like, I turn my homie into a chick as a prank.
It's Mr. Beast with a blow dart gun.
Oh my god. For $5 million, he doesn't know that he's no longer a he.
Oh my god, that's fucked.
Make sure to hit that like and subscribe for more content like this. Meanwhile, the person's in the background crying. What do you mean I can't step on the stove, Dad?
What do you mean I don't belong in the oven?
Exactly.
I know I can step there because you're gonna come grab me. So, like, what are we talking about?
Daddy, I need to get in the fridge because I want to be a cool cat. And I'm like, this joke is not gonna last. And he says, it will last longer in the fridge, Daddy.
Because it's cool.
You remember the thing with occult experiments in the home talking about the Pokemon servitors and stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a little Pokemon Magic phase, and it worked. It was pretty fucking cool. I haven't gone back to it, but I did. I had like cards on my altar and shit. Like, you know how you would use a tarot card to like do a certain thing?
See,
I had
that's
that
fucking. That's great. Love that sort of shit.
That's pretty magical, yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me
Wait
fucking.
until I stop smoking cigarettes.
You want me to, like, fucking...
We'll go crazy.
All the dragon types. Okay, we ready to get on Starseeds, I guess? Are we good? Can we go ahead?
Yeah.
Or are we just gonna talk about Mr. Beast with the blow dart gun for a while? Because I can't get down with that, I guess. Oh my
I'm trying
god.
to figure out how I can fucking calm down from that. I gotta lock in.
Well, it's time to lock in, folks.
I gotta throw something back in the fridge real quick. I'll be right back.
Is it your cat?
Ah, damn it! You beat me to it.
Damn. That was a perfect setup. That was like hook, line, and sinker. Wow.